Have you ever had to deal with jet lag for a fight?
No, not really. I mean, we try to go up like early. That's why. So the first 2 days is whatever, but then after that we all good.
Where's the furthest that you had to fly to fight?
I think so. Abu Dhabi, Fight Island.
And so how long does that take to adjust?
Brother, that one was weird because then you remember they had us fighting at weird times, like so we had to change. We had to sleep during the day and then train during the night. Like I remember going to sleep around like 8 or 9 o'clock a.m.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we was fighting like around that time, like early in the morning. So it was just that was insane.
So you had to get your body acclimated to that.
Acclimated, yep.
Whew. That's got to play a factor, right? Like if you live in Abu Dhabi, that'd be a big advantage.
Oh, for sure. I mean, did you not just see the July card that just got announced in UK? 3 a.m., brother.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is the main card start? So they're saying whoever's main headline is fighting at 6 a.m.
That's crazy.
That's insane, bro.
You know how drunk that audience is going to be?
Brother, you see. Great. I saw, you know what is funny? I saw a clip, a meme of a video of like a UK fan. He's like living in the UK. He was like, he watched our fight. Our fight just got done. Mine and Justin, he played our clip. And then he was like, great, now I can start my morning. He opens the door. It's light out and stuff. I'm like, holy shit. That's funny.
Yeah, they have to deal with different. I mean, it's funny. The American pay-per-view time schedule just trumps everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, crazy.
I guess we're the ones who buy it the most. I wonder what the numbers are in the rest of the world.
I think UK is another hot spot, right? And UK big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty big.
there are some fight fans to be
doing
that and once a month they're planning there's a pay-per-view card and they're like, look, honey, 3 a.m. I'm probably gonna be screaming, so please don't divorce me. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you just got to get one tolerant wife and have everybody go over to that house.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey guys, or you get the single friend.
Right.
You know that one of the guys that he's just single. He don't have nothing going on. He's like, yeah, you come to my house.
Yeah, that's perfect. So what has it been like for you after 300? I mean, it seems like I think for whatever reason, people go through phases of their career. And with some fighters, if a fighter gets a loss or two, they start to think that fighter has started to decline. And with you, I think some people had written you off for some strange reason.
Brother.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I heard the noise.
I heard it. I heard the noise. I'm like, listen, he's only 32.
Yeah.
Right? 32, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's only 32. That's athletic prime. I'm like, there's no beatings. There's no knockouts. There's no decline in the expression of skills inside the octagon. Everything looks the same and better every fight.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that these guys got to see me grow up. I got in the UFC when I was 20.
20 years old.
And a lot of people think I'm DC's old ass, like 42 years old or something. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, brother, I'm not DC. I've been calling out DC, but I'm a young guy. Just because I've been harassing his potato-looking butt, like, come on, his bag of potato-looking ass.
You two together are hilarious,
brother. I love that guy. I love that guy.
Everybody
I love
loves
that man.
guy. He's the best.
A lot of guys just think I'm old because I've been fighting since I was 20, and then it wasn't. And it's not like I've been fighting 20. I've been fighting since I was 20, and I fought a who's who in my division.
You've been fighting the best
the
in
top
the
guys,
world since you were 20 years old, just past teenager.
Yeah, so like especially with the Volk fights, it's like. The first two fights was alright, and the third fight is what made everybody go, oh, he's done for. I'm like, brother, like that was his Volk's night. He was on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Everybody's like, oh yeah, look at Max. He Volk just did this, and now they're doing MMA math because Ilya did that to Volk, and even with Ilya doing MMA math, I beat a guy that beat you. I'm like, brother, this is not how it works. I lost to Dustin. Dustin just got knocked out from Justin. And now what? Now can I say I beat Dustin now? No, it's like
doesn't work that way.
Yeah, styles make fights. So
it's also what happens in camp. What kind of condition are you coming into the fight in? Are you fighting injured?
Exactly.
Did you just fight Islam Makhachev and get head kicked?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big factor, man.
Brother, that was crazy. A lot of people was giving me a shit when because Islam talked about our fight, about me and Justin saying it was useless fight or whatever, and I'm like, bro, like if you took the fight in February when like you should have because you came out clean, I think so. Justin would have fought you, but like how the hell is someone that you just knocked, like, that was a scary knockout, brother. Like, that was a scary ass knockout. And then that guy turning around in a couple of months, like, bro, you're not even supposed to get hit for that long.
Right.
And then now you're doing a camp. Even if you're, okay, say you do a camp, you don't spar a camp, right? But then you still training hard or whatever, and, like, maybe you just accidentally fall over, bump your head on something, you know, or, like, you're scratching your head, you know, or you're screaming or something because you're stressing out, you know. I'm like, I don't know what could happen, but... With,
you have to have a long time.
Yeah, chilling. I mean, look at Justin. I just saw Justin finally doing interviews after this fight, and he just said, like, I'm not doing nothing for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing. And I'm like, bro, that's smart, you know?
When Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach made him wait a year.
1 year?
1 year.
That's crazy.
So you got to really heal up. That was a bad knockout.
Bro, you only got... I remember it was you that talked about it, like, that talked about our brain. This is, like, long time ago when you was talking about the cotton candy thing in your brain and how it's how once that disappear, you don't that shit don't grow back, right?
Exactly.
And I remember watching that. That was a long time ago. I didn't even know how many years that was ago, and that really meant a lot. And everybody keep telling me, like, oh, Max, you get hit so much and blah blah blah, this and that. I'm like, yeah, okay, in the fight you might see me get hit, but I'm not sparring. You know, like, I'm not sparring. I'm being sparring. This Justin Gaethje one, brother, I was going to the gates of hell. We had to bring back sparring. You know what I mean? Like, I was ready to be a crash dummy against. I told my coaches, look, this is a man that is very dangerous. We need to get in. We need to get it into the thick of it and get it done. So we bring back sparring for this one, but it still wasn't.
That's very wise of you.
It still wasn't crazy. You know, it wasn't crazy. Like, we had our hard days far outside of camp, and it was close. And then we kind of toned it down, but. Getting ready for Justin Gaethje, you had to, but then with your brain health, you need to protect your brain. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much movies like on concussions and the movie Concussion, and we have so much information now about the brain and how you can help yourself and how you can mentally and physically help yourself get better and help the brain out. So why not use that? You know, a lot of people call me crazy. A lot of people, I keep hearing the talk about. His chin gotta go this time. His chin, like, when the hell is my chin? My chin was supposed to go the last 20 fights. You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys talking about? You know?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Someone either has a good chin or they don't have a good chin.
Yeah.
But you're not getting hit clean a lot. One of the things that you do a lot is you roll with shots. Mm-hmm. You're very good at rolling with shots. When you're getting hit, and I see you turning your face. I see you taking some steam off of a lot of shots. And your style is it's a fun style to watch, but it's also a nightmare to deal with. You're switching stances, you're constantly cutting angles. Mm-hmm. Like, the volume that you put on Justin, like when Justin was having a hard time catching to you, it was very evident early on that you were on it. But it was one of those fights where it's like, damn, Justin with one punch can fuck people up. Yeah. And it's just like avoiding that one punch. And then when you start tuning him up, then he dropped you. He dropped you in what round was that? Second?
Third. I think third or fourth round. I forget.
Fourth round. I think it was the fourth round.
It didn't count as a drop, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people.
It didn't count?
No, it didn't. So like, they're ESPN is like posting it saying, like, in however many fights I'm with the UFC, right? I stayed there and get dropped. I'm like, that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Get Justin down. Yeah, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I'll be a man to sit here and be. I wouldn't be a man sitting here and telling you that it did, bro. All I remember getting hit by that punch, and then, like, I sat and then I came back up. I was like, what the fuck did he just hit me with? You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit. I was like, that was a good punch. And then when I rewatched it, he hit me, like, right on the top of my dome. I was like, holy smack, brother. This guy smacks. And then I was fine as soon as I got it. It was one of those, like, boom, you know, like, the legs
Flash.
just give out. The legs just give out. Like, I was stood there. Even when I was standing, I was looking at him. But that I don't know how that didn't count as a drop, brother. I don't know what they count as a drop because...
That has to count.
Because, that was crazy.
No, that's 100% a knockdown. Somebody just made a mistake. But, like, did you ever see Ilia Topuria when he fought Jai Herbert?
Yeah. I saw that. What's funny, I never saw the fight, but then when people was... when he was talking about fighting and we was fighting and saying, and he said something about dropping me or KOing me, and then I see the comments of him getting that left high kick getting dropped. So I was like, oh yeah, I didn't see the fight, but I saw that part happen.
It was an amazing comeback because he knocked him out in the second round. But man, he could take a shot because he got hit so clean with a switch kick off the left side, right shin to the chin, just perfect. I mean, it was just whack, and then his whole body just goes out, and then he grabbed a hold of a single. Check this out, watch this. Boom!
Yeah.
I mean, dude, watch the head snap back. Look at the head snap back. I mean, that is just shin to the chin.
Yeah.
That is just a perfect Jai Herbert head kick. But he grabbed a hold of him, and he managed to maintain his composure, got him to the ground, survives the round, and actually was winning the rest of the round.
That was early, too. Look, 4 minutes.
He did a lot of wrestling. He's a very complete fighter.
Yeah, he's very good, bro. He's very good.
Very good. And his fucking boxing, man. His boxing is terrifying. I was shocked that Volk wanted to take that fight so quickly after the Makhachev fight. And if I was his friend, I would have not recommended that. But I don't know if you could talk to him. I mean, he's a champion.
He's him, you know?
Yeah, there's dudes like that is like, mate, we can do it, mate. Yeah. We're going to go to war. He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, bro, he's an animal.
He's an animal. But the human body, the vulnerabilities of the human body are real, despite the spirit of the man.
Yeah.
Despite the spirit of the man.
If you got damage, no matter your spirit, you still have something, your brain, your muscles are still hurting. So it's going to only protect itself when it feels something. When there's a warning sign going off, like, oh man, warning, did it shut off? Because it's like, look, I'm going to save me from myself.
Like
and that's what it
when
is.
Conor fought Dustin the last time. He had a broken shin.
His leg was broken already. It was a stress factor, right?
Yep. Yeah. He had a fracture going into that fight.
And he knew it. And the body's just going to, your body's going to give up, you know, no matter how strong the will is.
And think about like what that cost him.
A lot.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. And who knows where he could have been if he hadn't taken that fight and he Look, it's only 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That you got a stress fracture like that, it's like 8 weeks and it's healed, right? Because it's not all the way through.
That's crazy.
It could have healed it.
That's
and then,
crazy.
You know,
and UFC would move. They'd move mountains for that man. So why not, right?
I don't know if they knew it was a fracture though. It definitely was, but I think they had done MRIs on it. It was inconclusive. Turned out.
Oh,
but it was badly hurt.
Yeah,
you know, you've had bone bruises before where you're like, I don't know if this is broken. You got to get it looked at.
Yeah.
They suck.
No, they hurt, bro. They hurt.
Bro. How is your left shin?
Brother, my left shin, it's all right now, but they hurt, bro. I was about to talk about them, bro. This guy kick hard as shit.
Yeah.
And the way his bones, I don't know what it was made out of, bro. I think it's titanium. Like, I like to say my chin is made out of vibranium, brother. He had a vibranium leg, bro. I was like, he went to Wakanda too? I was thinking to myself, like, how? I thought I only got to go to Wakanda. I guess he went too, you know? But, you know, at the end of the day, bro, it hurt. Like, my shin still bruised. It feels good. I move it, whatever. It was, like, stiff after the fight. In there, a lot of people I always hear you talk about it in there and be like, oh, yeah, it hurts. I don't really feel it. Like, I don't pay too much mind to it in the fight. Mm-hmm. I can feel when he hits it, and it's like, oh, I'm telling myself, that's going to hurt later. But you got 25 minutes, you know. We got to stay in here, you know. And
that's what's interesting is it doesn't seem to compromise your movement that much. It depends entirely upon the person. Like, some people get calf kicked once real hard, and it swells up, and you see immediately they're walking fucked up, and then they're trying to switch southpaw. Yeah, they're trying to switch stances.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to have as much of a problem with it.
Yeah, it wasn't really a problem. I know it hurts. I know it was going to be hurt after the fight, but then even that, like, switching stances is the most craziest thing to me. While after getting, like, completely landed nicely there, because if I switch stances, he screwed up 2 of my legs. What I'm going to do? Crawl over to him?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather have 1 leg than 2 legs messed up. You know, so and
again, then I think that's you. I think you're particularly durable because some guys, like, you've seen what happens with Pereira. He kicks you a couple of times in that leg, and that leg's fucked up, man.
Messed up.
Everybody, even Jan Blachowicz, who's made out of rocks.
Yeah.
Jan's, like, his bones are made out of stone. Remember when he was going with Ankalaev? He went shin to shin with him? Yeah. He was just cracking shins with him and fucking his leg up.
Yeah, and then a guy like, bro, did you see that picture of me and Alex? Did you guys see the picture of me and Alex? They face swapped them?
No.
They put my face on Alex Pereira. Try to look it up, brother. He looked like Thanos, bro. And Manny Moicano, bro. Manny Moicano was like, yeah, fuck this guy. You know, Manny Moicano is like, yeah, fuck that guy, bro. You got to kill that man. Manny Moicano is the funniest guy, bro.
So
I love
funny,
that guy,
man.
Brother,
he
was
so
like, I saw on Twitter, he was like, yeah, people asking me to fight Max because he's 9 and I'm 10 or something, or 8 and 9 or something like that. Are you fucking crazy? He's like, I'll fight him if we have one rule, no punching. I love Manny Moicano, bro.
He's a funny dude. Man, he almost lost that Jalen Turner fight. That was crazy. What happened there?
Jalen Turner tried to look cool and get a walk-off KO, and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You can't do that. You got to follow up. That was the fight. Like, if he beat Moicano, man, and Jalen had him.
Yeah.
He had him.
I was at the hotel room still watching that fight.
Wow.
We was watching it, and yeah, I was tripping out. And you know what's funny? As soon as that happened, I told my coach, I was like, you know, it'd be funny if Money Wakano comes out and rear nakeds him the next round, and he finishes him the next round. I was like, damn. I was like, whoa. It wasn't funny, but it was like, damn, that's amazing.
Well, Jalen is so long. He's so dangerous too. His knockout power, like at length, he catches guys on the end of shots. You can't even come close to him, and he's cracking you. And he's got nasty power. And you know that Moicano dude, he's
tough. Bro.
He's very tough. The fact that he figured it out, he's like, fuck all this standing. I'm gonna grab that dude and drag him to the ground.
Smart, bro. Smart.
Yeah.
IQ. That's fight IQ, bro.
What a card that was.
Brother. From the first one, bro. I had family and friends that came to the fight, and they went to the first fight.
Cody Garbrandt and Davison Figueiredo.
You had to, bro. Imagine
you got two former world champions going at it in the first fight.
Yeah, that's insane, brother.
And two guys that are still awesome.
And it was fighting. It was a fight, bro.
It was a really good
fight.
Yeah.
How crazy was it when he went for the handstand kick? Imagine he landed that kick on Stuff's face when Stuff went for the handstand and then he just went for a regular leg kick and almost kicked him in the head. That was crazy.
Yeah, those cartwheel kicks are ridiculous.
Crazy. You gotta set him up, brother. You can't be just throwing them freely like that, you know.
Well, Justin tried rolling thunder on you in the last round, right?
I knew he was gonna try it. I knew it. That's what Justin's known for, you know. So I knew he was gonna do it. We knew he was gonna do a couple stuff. We knew power punches, leg kicks. I was thinking if we got later in the rounds or if he was getting comfortable, he's going to try and do the rolling thunder kick. So we was ready for it, you know. He's
got this weird ability to kick your legs like in a clinch.
Close, bro. Yeah, I heard you talking about how his hip is so flexible that he can just kick. Bro, it was almost like, you know what it reminded me? It wasn't a high kick, of course, but you know what his leg kick reminded me of? It reminded me of Yair's high kick. Like, me and Yair could be nose to nose and a fucking kick comes up. I'm like, holy shit. Like, he did it to me one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, why are you guys so flexible? And then even, like, with Justin, with his leg kick, bro, like, some of them, even his angles that he take on his kick, I'm like, you're not hitting me with this. And it cracks me, his whole shin across my knee. I'm like, what is going on? How are you landing this? It's like, his angles is weird, bro. He has some weird angles for sure.
Well, he's very unique in a lot of ways. It's a very unique style, very unique mentality. He's a unique guy, but the leg kicks in the clinch when he was was it still PFL back then?
It was PFL. I know which one you were talking about. The one that he was in the clinch and he was
in the clinch,
leg kicking
and full power.
I think
leg kicks.
He TKO'd that guy.
Oh,
he TKO'd that guy. With leg
it's
kicks.
horrible to watch because you're dealing with the clinch. And you're thinking, oh, we're just clinching here. And he's just killing your leg.
He's like, we're not
no
clinching
one
here.
can.
Yeah.
Like no one can.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else who kicks the legs from the clinch like Justin Gaethje does.
Full power clinch. You know how you do that heel kick? That's what people do. They usually grab that heel and they hit it or whatever. Yeah. But like this guy is like straight Jose Aldo running leg kick into you in the clinch. Right? You know, it's insane.
But think about all the guys you fought, Max. I mean, you have fought the best of the best. You fought everybody. Except Makhachev, there's like everybody of your era you fought.
Yeah, well, the Makhachev fight is not too far off. So, you know, never say never. I got a couple more years in me for sure.
What do you think, like, if you had to plan it out? Okay, so here we got Poirier and Makhachev are fighting. They're fighting next, and that's going to be, what is that, New Jersey?
New Jersey.
So let's say Makhachev wins. If Makhachev wins, well, even if Poirier wins,
Hey, bro, if Poirier wins, that'd be a fun fight.
It's a great rematch.
We have history, you know, especially at 55. We have 45.
And make it a double belt.
Brother, I would love that, brother.
The double belt.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
The double belt. The double belt. First time ever.
That'd be crazy.
BMF and the lightweight title on the line.
That'd be crazy.
Wow, that would be wild. But even if whoever wins. But then I really like... No, here's the thing. At 55, you look fantastic. You look bigger. You look stronger. I'm sure it felt better. Like you didn't have to
it felt good, bro.
lose all that weight.
Cut, bro. The cut was a cut. Don't get me wrong, but it was It was beautiful, brother. I was eating sushi all week.
Yeah.
Eating more. I eat sushi when I go to 45 too, but I was eating more sushi all week. But I was loving it.
Do you think that that's better for you?
We see what happens. You know, I feel like I still have unfinished business at 45. I want to get the title. I mean, before this fight, you know, we only had like a couple of options. After this fight, the whole main goal with this fight was like just have all the options. That was my mentality going. Yeah, that was my mentality going into this fight. The mentality was let's have all the options. We go out there, we do something spectacular. You know, I'm right up there with the top 55ers. I'm right up. I still have my spot with the 45ers. And then, to my surprise, after the fight, they announced a Conor versus Chandler fight. So it's like me and Conor have some history, so there's options. You know what I mean? So.
And they're talking about doing something at 65. I know DC's been saying this. I don't know what he knows. I haven't pressed him.
I'm sure DC knows something. That guy only talks about stuff when he knows. He's
clever.
DC, he tries to. This is what DC acts about that. You know DC. You call a lot of fights with him. You know him as a person. He don't talk about nothing unless he knows something is going on, brother.
Right.
It's either
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's either he knows something going on or he's just bullshitting. So it's either it's one or the other. You know? He never ever plays the middle. Exactly. With that, you know what I mean? I know he doesn't bullshit, but I know he sees other stuff. It's like, it's crazy. Like, cause I saw him talking about the BMF. Did you see that one with that bit with RC? When he told RC that who else should fight for the BMF, and I know no disrespect to him, but like, come on, DC, what the hell? He's just so offline on that side, you know.
Did he say
out of pocket.
Aljamain?
Yeah, he's so out of pocket, like calling that, you know.
Well, he's out of pocket because he's just so biased towards wrestling. He's like, there's been no takedowns in the BMF fights. Like,
I think that's what a BMF belt is, you know.
Well, it can be takedowns if it happens, but it just have it. Just because you want takedowns, bring a wrestler in. But that belt is a special belt. You know, it's a wild belt. It's like
wild.
It's wild. These are wild fights.
That's why you know what is funny. Like a lot of them, it's funny because I see a lot of these guys, these MMA guys, some guys who's just like even doing MMA. I see everything, brother, from like low level MMA guys that's trying to come up to mid to high. And before this fight, everybody was shitting on the BMF, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then now that I got it, I'm happy to see that it's actually getting its worth. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, everybody's saying, oh, no undisputed. Well, I was an undisputed champion. I have the BMF belt now. What is it? You know what I mean? You cannot tell. I'm fighting #1 contenders and keep fighting these and champions. What now? You tell me what it is, you know? At the end of the day, the belt is cool. And I always tell everybody, the belt is cool, but you guys got to understand, what brings with the belt, what the emotions it brings, and what kind of fight it brings to a card. You know, like that our fight. A lot of people were saying could have been the main event of 300.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it's insane. You know,
100%. And the crazy thing is, there was 2 insane fights after your fight. Your fight was so good that 2 insane world title fights afterwards
had to happen after,
and still people are talking about your fight. And
I felt so bad for the girls because I was watching that fight in the back after doing my media, and it was such a crazy fight, brother.
Amazing fight.
But I think so. People they just had an adrenaline dump because of what happened in the last fight.
Did.
You know,
I lost my voice. Bro, I lost my voice. I really did. I've never lost my voice ever in a UFC fight. But when you dropped him, it was the first time I ever stood up. I couldn't sit down. I was standing up. I was just like,
I saw that. I saw you stand up. That's the first time.
It was just, what? Dana had the greatest quote in the post-fight press conference. He said, I sell holy shit moments. When people ask me, what do I do for a living? Look at this. I couldn't even sit down. I had to get up. I had to hold on to those guys. I'm holding on to them.
That's awesome.
It's funny when they started putting cameras on us, because we've been doing that forever. Like DC and I go crazy. We hug each other. We go nuts.
Yeah.
When something crazy happens, it's like, what? What?
I'm glad they did, because to see fans and reactions to the fight, it's cool, but they're fans. But then when you see like our peers and guys like you and and other fighters and commentators of the sport that you've been around forever, so to see you do that that brings a humongous ass smile to my face. Like, holy shit, I just made Joe
amazing.
Rogan stand the hell out, you know? So
I say to this day, and I do it based on my reaction. Obviously, this is personal. I say it's the greatest knockout of all time. The reason why I say it's the greatest knockout of all time was because everybody thought that Justin was going to be overpowering you. He was a bigger guy. He had just knocked out Dustin Poirier. You had lost the last fight to Volkanovski. You hadn't been in title contention since then. You had a bunch of great wins, but here you're going to fight this bigger guy, and all these people were writing you off. All these people were saying that it did. And you're tuning him up. And you did have to overcome getting knocked down. And you did have adversity. You had to deal with that leg. And then for you to stand, winning 4 rounds to 1 in the middle of the octagon and point at the ground with 10 seconds left. And then to knock him out with 1 second left. The way I reacted, the way I jumped up, I've never done that before. Even when Leon Edwards knocked out Usman, that was another crazy one.
Yeah, that was
Before
crazy.
that, I would have said that was the greatest knockout of all time because he was down.
Yeah.
He was down 4 rounds, and John Anik just had the perfect call. He said, that is not the cloth from which he is cut.
And
We
then
were talking
boom,
about him.
yeah.
And then boom, he
Yeah,
lands his
yeah,
head
yeah,
kick like it's a movie.
yeah.
So that was number 1 before, but you are number 1 now.
Thank you, brother.
That's
Thank
number
you.
1. Because just impact, all-time, like complete polar shift of how people think about the BMF belt. They don't think about it as a gimmick at all anymore. Because it was the wildest, crazy fight with an undeniable number 1 contender in Justin versus you. It's wild how it happened.
Yeah, bro.
The whole thing was wild.
I mean, you're only as good as your last fight, right? That's what it is. This sport, I like to tell everybody, you know, this is not like basketball. This is not like baseball or like hockey where you can just shit the bed on a Tuesday and then you come back out on a Friday and then you're just the man of the world again. You know, like you shit like this stuff happen. You have a bad fight like with Alex, that fight don't get erased off until I have something great. And even if you have a good fight, you know what I mean? Like I had a good fight with Arnold, but they still like, Alex did that.
Right.
And then I did it with Korean Zombie, and then I had a knockout over Korean Zombie, and then they're like, yeah, but Korean is old and blah, blah, blah. And then finally, now with this Justin, now everybody forgets, you know? Like, it takes us a while to make them forget about your last fight, you know? So, it was amazing, bro. You know, like, to see everybody go crazy, like, in my mind, like, a lot of people ask me, what's going through your mind when you're doing that? You're up 4-1. I'm like, brother, that was in my mind the whole time. I'm like, bro, we went to 10 seconds. I was like, I remember it being a minute. I remember my coach yelling, a minute, Max, stay clean. And then I was like, a minute. I was like, oh, hell yeah, 50 more seconds until we go to the center. We're going to swing. In my mind. And then he's like, 40 seconds. I was like, holy shit, this clock is slow. You know what I mean? I'm like, why is it taking forever? And then he's like counting down. He's like, 30 seconds. And then he's like, okay, 20 seconds. And then he goes right after the 20 seconds mark, underneath a couple seconds after, he does his rolling thunder. And then it pushed me to the point to perfectly circle out. And then that's when I said, I did the, like, oh, come here, you know, let's go here, let's throw it. Because that was just, everybody's losing their mind. But to me, this is normal, you know. This is the second time. This is the second time I did it, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, the second time I'm doing it, I heard you guys say, the first time was with Ricardo, but this ain't no Justin Gaethje, you know.
Right.
But, you know, why not? Why not? If he was going to put me out, then so be it, you know. Live by the sword.
Well, it was a wild ending to the fight. There's a rolling thunder. Damn, that was a nice rolling thunder, too.
That was nice.
It was close. Now, right here. Oh, this is so crazy, Max. Oh.
That was crazy, yeah.
It's the greatest. It has to be the greatest knockout. It has to be. And then you flexing, walking around. Come on, man.
Bro,
That's the greatest knockout of all time.
They got the sickest picture of me, bro. They had the sickest picture of me of when I'm flexing and I'm over. I love Justin, bro. I freaking love the man, but they have like the, you know, like the Muhammad Ali picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a moment of me like that. So
I got a painting for you. I told you I got a Ross Baines. He's an amazing artist. He made an incredible painting, and it's on the way. I had someone go back to my house, go grab it.
Sick.
It's on the way. But yeah, that was a wild moment, man. It just complete shift of what people care about in upcoming fights. Like, you are the fucking man now. Like, whatever next pay-per-view you're in, holy shit, that's gonna be big.
Bro,
and if it's you and Makhachev, or if it's you and Ilya would be crazy.
Brother, so much
Woo!
fun. So much fun, brother. I know.
Is that Spain? Is that 305? When is there going to be a UFC? Perth is 305, right?
I don't think they're gonna go Spain this year. I don't think they can. I think so. Dana White said it in the 300 conference, after fight conference. He said that we're going with Spain. It just takes a time because you got to book something, and it's like going to be like a year and out. So.
Good. That fight should be in Vegas. Vegas.
Yeah.
Let's go Vegas.
Yeah. I hope Vegas
or Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Or Vegas Allegiant Stadium.
Oh.
66,000. Brother, that's what it is. Did you was there 300 night? Bro, did you not see all the Hawaiian flags?
They were everywhere.
That is the ninth island, brother. Give me, we can't go to UFC Hawaii. Give me Allegiant Stadium and let's go crazy there.
Oh my God. You could sell it. Allegiant Stadium for a big UFC, 100% they could sell it. I mean, every UFC sells out like that. They sell out so quick. There's so many scalp tickets. And a fight like that, especially if they put together a banger of a card, because they're doing the Sphere, which is going to be wild.
Yeah,
that's going to be wild.
Who you think will be in the Sphere?
That's a good question, right? Because isn't it? It's Mexican Independence Day.
Yeah, I feel like it's September or something.
Yes, it's September.
Yeah, well,
so I don't think they have it set up. Like who?
Yeah, Mexicans like to count me as their own, so I might even be in the Sphere. Who knows?
They count you?
Yeah.
For your style?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Fuck. What a crazy night, Max. What a crazy night. And to have that happen, again, like where there's two amazing fights after yours.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's still just talking about your fight.
Yeah, I know. Even with the, I remember as soon as the fight happened, a couple of minutes after, my agent Tim Simpson came in and he told me, hey, he's like, brother, they just put your knockout on top of Instagram and YouTube and everything. I was like, what?
They never do that.
Yeah, they never do that. They only did it for Sugar. And I was like, what? This is crazy. So we saw, I thought they was lying, and they saw it was there.
Three different angles, and I reposted it.
Yeah.
I was like, if UFC's posting this, I'm posting this shit too. Like, this is the craziest knockout of all time.
Bro, the craziest angle is the one when they pause me and then they do a 360 view and then they play it again. I'm like, bro, that's insane, bro.
Yeah. What does it feel like when it's all over? Does it feel like a dream? Like, what does it feel like when it's over?
Brother, I'm still getting used to it. I don't even know. I feel normal. Life stood normal, but like brother, walking down 6th Street last night to get my dinner, I was getting harassed. Like not harassed, like nicely harassed, but like people like like I always get noticed, but like these guys, like it's out and about way more, and so it's just amazing, bro. Even like guys who don't even look like they watch fighting, grandmas and grandpas at airports, like, hey, you're the guy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy.
Well, that clip got so viral too. That clip was so viral. It was everywhere. It was TikTok and YouTube. It was everywhere. Yeah,
bro. We one of my other agent on our team, Daniel, he did like he's like a numbers guy or whatever, and the Google search on me was like crazy, bro. I think so. It was in like the billions. Like after it was insane. It was something stupid. I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know you could look that up. I told him.
Yeah, that's what makes it very interesting for your next fight, because your next fight is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Like, you're a fucking bona fide superstar now. Like, your next fight's going to be nuts.
Can't wait, bro. Can't wait. I don't know who it is, who it was, what the UFC want to do. But like you said, that option, bro. In this game, you're all
there's
about
so
options.
Many options.
Yeah.
And there's so many options in your area, too, right? Like, Sugar has been talking about fighting Topuria at 45. Well, if Sugar's willing to fight Topuria at 45, he's willing to fight Max at 45. Right?
Yeah,
that gets
fun.
Crazy. There's crazy matchups all over the place.
In a perfect world, you ask me, in a perfect world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, if I could have it my way, I'd be stupid to not say to fight Conor. I think that Conor fight would be huge, whatever, but we don't know what he's going to do. So, like, if that's out, in a perfect world to me, it would be fight Ilya, 45 title, get my hand raised, and whoever's the next guy up at 55, fight them. Try and go for double champ status, whatever it is, or even street belts. You know, like 45, the BMF, and then put the BMF and the 55 against whoever at 55, and that'd be surreal. You know, I think that'd be crazy.
Well, there's
crazy
another
steps.
option too. If they really do this Conor 165 title, there's an option of you being a 3 champ.
That'd be insane. If they did the
You could-
165, it'd be fun. That would be fun.
You wouldn't have to cut any weight.
Oh no.
You could eat sushi every day.
No, I would eat sushi. I would eat sushi way in there. So I would eat on the scale.
What is your walk around weight? Like, what's right now?
Me right now, I walk around like before I used to get to a big boy, but now I walk around like 70, 75. Nothing crazy.
Oh, that's not too crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I was in there against. They make us check our weight now, and I was only 172 when we went in against Gaethje.
When you were fighting at featherweight, what did you weigh in when you fought?
I'd be around like 65. I'd get up high 60s, maybe 68 at the highest.
So I know you did a lot of strength and conditioning. Your YouTube channel's great, by the way.
Oh, thank you, brother.
And it's really cool how you document pretty much everything. You're showing all your training, all the
Yes,
different
sir.
stuff. So you did a lot of strength and conditioning.
We did a lot of strength. So a lot of people was talking about matching Gaethje's strength. And our team didn't want to. We wanted to be strong, but we still wanted to be fast. We knew we was faster than Gaethje. So our main focus, everybody thought it was strength and getting big to be strong and to, of course, endure his strikes, you know. But the main thing that we wanted to focus on was speed. Like I knew I could outgun him, and in the fifth round when we really hurt him, I outgunned him with speed. You know, I hit him with like five hits, and the one that you don't see hurt you the most. You know, and the last right hand in that little combination early in the fifth round is what hurt him the most. You know, made him like I stunned him a little bit. So we're just working on speed, brother. You know, like. We had 12 weeks. You really can't. I wasn't willing to put strength to give up conditioning. So I was like, I'm gonna be speed and condition, and that's the way I fight. You know, if you go look at it, a lot of people is looking at stats for mine and his fight about like how much he's chosen strikes and how much I throw in strikes, how much he gets hit, which was less than how much I get hit, and I was like, brother, that cannot be right. And then the stats is, you know, and I'm like. No way. And then when you look at the stats, this guy had 12 fights and I had like 20 plus fights in the UFC. That's what come our stats is so close to each other because I have so much more fights than his. And then even that, I had a lot of time in the octagon. And he just didn't because he'd knock guys out. You know what I mean? He had that beautiful power. So, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, some of the numbers that these guys is putting out there, I was like, brother, you guys need to do you guys homework. You know, you need, stop looking at the surface level, like start digging deep into it.
Yeah. When it was interesting what you just said about strength and conditioning. You're not willing to give up conditioning for strength. So how do you approach that? Like when you made a decision to go to 55. So the Poirier fight, you go to 55, but you did it on pretty short notice, right?
Yeah. We had like. So the way we train is I always take 2 weeks off before a fight. So it was like 6 weeks, and then so we actually had 4 weeks to train for them. And I was like, I mean, pull up the picture of Poirier punching me in my face. There's a famous picture of Poirier punching me in my face. I look
Explain
fat.
that. When you said you take 2 weeks off before the fight, what do you mean?
So like strength and conditioning. So I don't do no strength and conditioning like the week before the fight. Like maybe we do like a little lift or whatever, but it's just something you maintain. Like because you can't get faster or stronger 2 weeks before a fight or even the week, right? So even with cardio, it's not gonna. Anything I do the week before the fight is not gonna help me, and anything I do the week of the fight is not gonna help me. All the hard work is done,
right?
And that's what these guys. Yeah, look how fat I was. Look at that top right one. That top right one right there. Look how fat I was. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's muffin top max, brother.
So you just
and he zooms in. Wow, you're an asshole, huh?
So you only had 4 weeks, and there's no way you could put on that amount of muscle in 4 weeks.
Or anything, you know. And I was like, and I didn't have my beautiful wife at the time, so you know, eating meals was crazy before. I ate out every night. I was terrible. Now she cooks me. Now she keeps me clean. So it is what it is, you know. I hate using excuses because you know Dustin. I came out there and fought hard, and we fought hard, and I ain't taking nothing away from Dustin. So. Whatever I did was on me, and you know, if that fight, if we get a third one, then that I think it'd be a pretty fun one.
Oh, it'd be amazing. That would be wild. A third fight between you guys would be wild, especially if he beats Islam. If he beats Islam, that'd
be crazy.
No-brainer.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
How much is the odds on betting on him dropping a gilly?
He's going to try. I didn't know that he was referencing William Montgomery, the comedian, when I ain't never going to stop.
Oh, bro.
That's what he was doing. He was doing William Montgomery from Kill Tony. I didn't know, and I'm friends with William Montgomery. I love that dude. And
you're not a good friend, Ninja. What the hell?
I felt like a bad friend. But what it is like when I'm doing an interview after such a crazy fight like that, interviews are complicated.
You're locked in, bro.
I'm trying to get this guy to express himself as much as possible. I'm trying to stay out of the way, but I'm also trying to ask questions, and so I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
Plus, I was like, no way.
Yeah, you're locked in, bro. You're locked in.
But Tony texted me. He goes, did he just quote William Montgomery? I'm like, no way, really? Is that what that was?
And then Willie texted you, fuck you. Right?
No, they had been going back and forth. Dustin told him he was going to say it in his
real?
post-fight. Yeah. They've been DMing each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
bro,
hilarious.
Dustin's the man, bro.
Yeah.
With his beautiful uppercut. Now, he had been pressuring you. There had been moments in the fight where you chose to jump to guard and try to grab a guillotine.
Yeah, I'll do it, and I'll never stop doing it.
Bro, Dustin's one of the he's one of the good guys in our sport, bro.
He's a
that
great
guy.
guy. He's a great guy. I love Dustin. And I was glad for him to get that win over Benoit Saint-Denis as a monster.
Monster, killer, bro. He's a killer, bro.
Yeah. And that's another fight, right? Look, Saint-Denis gets staph.
Yeah.
So he's got staph on his forehead. He's got to take antibiotics.
Yeah.
Have you ever had staph?
No, bro. Knock on wood.
That's
Knock on
amazing.
wood, yeah.
How have you avoided staph?
Yeah, brother. I'm clean, I guess.
I guess.
You're
doing something right.
Some guys are some dirty mother effers, I think,
Well, you can get staph easy. You
No, I know. Some guys, once it's in your system, you got to get reawakened, right? So one of our friends, like, he's pretty bad with it. Like, he's always got staph like every other week, feels like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
Does
terrible.
he take showers?
Brother, he does everything. I don't know what it is. It's just bad luck, I think.
Another thing is, like, people mistakenly use antibacterial soap. Like, you don't want antibacterial soap. You want to keep your healthy gut flora. I tell everybody, I know the guy owns the company. I have no affiliation with it, but Defense Soap. If you're a grappler, it's the shit. Defense Soap is all natural. It's like tea tree oil, eucalyptus oil, and he has all kinds of products. Everything from stuff to clean, like wipes, if you can't like get to a shower quick enough, if you're training in a place that's kind of dingy and doesn't have a shower, they have wipes until you get home. They have soaps and ointments.
That's the most crazy thing, bro, right? When people, like, I see people, like, we train, and then we have a shower at the gym, and some of them just, like, change their clothes and, like, I gotta go. I was like, what the hell? Did you shower? I said, no, I gotta leave. I was like, the hell? No way, Like, I live, like, 45 minutes. Some of them live, like, maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But 15 minutes is enough for a ringworm or something to fucking wake up, So it's like, brother, just jump in there and get a rinse off.
Yeah, I've had ringworm. I've had staph twice. I've had ringworm a couple of times. It's annoying. But
ringworm is irritating.
The Defense Soap is the shit. I tell everybody, get on that. And it doesn't mess up because it's all natural. It's like tea tree oil and eucalyptus oil and smells good, but it doesn't fuck up your skin flora. I knew this dude who had ringworm, and so he started using antibacterial soap, and he got it everywhere. It spread all over his chest.
And then what it does too, it burns your skin.
Yeah.
So like when you use that kind of stuff with ringworm, I remember people used to like bleach them. And then like, you'd be bleached. You'd have a bleach circle, like
like a
that's
burn.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's
a lot
insane.
of psycho dudes use bleach. That's a crazy move. Pour bleach on an open wound. Like, what the fuck are you? What are you doing, man? So, for this fight, how much notice did you have that you were going to fight at 55 and that you were going to fight Justin?
Brother, so there is an idea of maybe that was going to happen for a while, but we didn't know, and then we got confirmed. I think it was like 10 to 12 weeks. Like I don't know what it was. So it was like 10 to 12 weeks. So it was like more than enough time. This is
Plenty
like
of time.
yeah, we had so much time, brother. We was planning. I got the train. I got the lift. We was training a lot. My last fight was in August. So I was in the gym training, getting ready, brother. After the Volk and Islam 2 fight, I was like, there is no way they're letting this guy turn around. So I really thought they was gonna try and ask me to go fight Ilya in January or something. I went to Toronto. I fought in Toronto twice. I won an interim. I defended the belt there. I have a following in Toronto. I call it the 10th Island. You know, I like to call it, bro. I love the Canadians, bro. They're literally the best. So I was thinking, like, man, we're gonna get caught. You know, like there's no way that he's gonna fight, and then he did. They just moved it from January to February. They put the other card, whatever. They switched it around. So I was already training, and then yeah, I couldn't tell you when, but I knew we had at least 12 weeks. At least 12 weeks.
When did you know that it was going to be 55, and when did you know it was going to be for the BMF belt? That was 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
So
12 weeks.
Had you already had a plan to put weight on? Do you already had a plan, like strength and conditioning plan? And
For sure. As soon as the talks of maybe we might even fight Gaethje at all was like, we just gotta. Our plan was what I said was like, we gotta put on size to endure damage, but then let's not lose this speed. That was my head coach, Darren Yap, a tactical straight, the best strength and conditioning in all of Hawaii. And if somebody got a problem, then they can meet me somewhere, anywhere, you know. but you know, all jokes aside, he's the man, bro, and he's the one that was like, yeah, you know, like I like, look, I know you want to get strong, Max. He's the one that came up with it. He's like, I know you want to get stronger, but we still need your speed, bro. We still need your speed. And we got to outwork this guy. You know, like, he always weaponized my cardio. He was like, brother, whoever we fight, you're going to outwork him. So let's just get your speed up, stay fast, get a little bit bigger without being too much to get to he was the main one. He's like, I don't want to give up strength. I don't want to give up conditioning for strength, brother. Like,
because
you're
the
strong.
idea is the more muscle you have, the more endurance it's going to require.
Yeah, and especially like even with everybody, like I train with bigger guys, you know, here and there, and I never ever once felt like, holy shit, this guy is so much stronger than me. Like I never ever once felt that way. You know, you hear these talks of some people saying, oh, this guy's pretty strong. So I try to go with him. I was like, he's all right. You know, it's not like, oh my God, he's going to be strong. So I felt like I know how to fight to my strengths, I guess. Like, yeah, he might be physically stronger than me, but I know certain techniques or certain ways to put my body that I can get away with how strong I am and not make him feel as strong as he is, you know? And that's what it is, you know? I keep telling a lot of these MMA guys are just people coming up, or even my amateur fighters that's coming up, I just keep telling them, like, brother, there's no difference between me and you. The only difference is my experience. You know, like even with UFC fighters, you know, like the only difference between top 15 and top 10 is experience and their mindset. You know, top 10 to 5, experience, mindset. 5 to the championship, same thing, and then the champion and maybe like the top 3 guys after that is like, it's just a mind thing, brother. This shit is easy. Most of these things that is hard is because you make it hard. A lot of guys make it hard for themselves. I'm like, what are you doing? You're beating yourself up for what? This is just fucking practice. Get better. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do. Stop beating yourself up. And
But you have a great mentality for that. You're able to like go past losses easily. It is what it is, and you keep moving, and you're on the path. But for some people,
It's
like
tough.
losses are devastating because their whole identity is based on success.
Yeah.
And if they don't get success, then they feel like they're a loser.
But even with that, the whole identity thing, that's what it is. Like even when like you see guys with retiring from other sports or our sport, like they have that identity crisis because they're so known for one thing, and then that's come I tell them like that's come I love doing other stuff. Like people, bro, oh my God, I stream on Kick now. I stream on Kick.com, and brother, during the whole fight, I'm streaming. They're like, yup. Thank you for this, Max. I'm putting my house on Gaethje now. He's training while you're playing fucking video games. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, I need to be training for 24 hours of the day? Like a fucking cyborg or something? What the hell? Like, it's like, yup, look at you over here. I do slots on there, you know, again, like we play fun. He's like, yup, look at you doing this shit, losing money. You're going to lose your fight too? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro,
Listen,
you can't catch a break, bro.
Those are just losers.
Brother.
Unfortunately, I don't mean anything bad to you guys out there, but if you're commenting to a guy like that, you're a loser. There's no way you're a winner. It's not possible. It's not possible that you're excelling at whatever you do. No one comes to you like, that's Mike. He's the best. No chance.
No one,
if you're commenting like that on people, you're a loser. And that's unfortunate. I've been a loser in my life. You know, it's common.
Yeah.
It's common, but you're a loser. And winners don't think that way. And the idea that a guy can't play some video games and unwind while he's in the middle of camp, you're out of your fucking mind. You don't understand.
Yeah, brother.
You understand what you're talking about?
I like talking to Mighty because me and Mighty did an interview.
Mighty's the best.
Yeah, he's the man, and he was just telling me like it's so funny because every time I tell everybody like fighting is easy, like a lot of people look at me crazy. They're like, "What you mean it's easy?" I was like, "Bro, anything you do in life is easy. It's just that you make it hard." A lot of assholes make it hard for themselves. Like it's actually pretty easy, you know. It's like if you look at the steps, these are the steps. Yeah, you might fall down in the sense of actually getting it done. It's going to be hard work, but it's easy because you know what you got to do, right? And I told Mighty about fighting. Mighty was the first guy ever that said like, "Bro, that's what I tell everybody. I tell fighting is easy." I was like, "Holy shit! If the MMA GOAT is telling you fighting is easy." Stop harassing me. Go harass him. You know what I mean? Go tell him. He said it too.
I think it's easy for you, and I think it's easy for Mighty because you guys are real champions. You have this champion mindset, and that's what people need to learn. They need to learn a mindset for improvement, a mindset for getting better at things, and a mindset for staying positive.
100%.
That's what it's. That's really what it's about.
100%.
You can apply that to anything in life. So a guy like you that's a champion in MMA, you could do anything, man. All you need is just like whatever that thing is, focus on that thing. And if you put the same kind of attention on that thing that you put on your MMA career.
Oh, yeah. As I tell everybody, it's so funny whenever me and my wife, she always, I was like, "You're so lucky I wasn't a surfer. I would have been a world champion surfer." she always like, I'm bad at surfing, okay? I'm bad, but I told her, "But you're lucky that I don't put my effort into it because I'm going to be badass."
Yeah, I'm sure. And that's a fact. How did you get so good at that jump spinning back kick?
Brother, just practice, bro.
Did anybody show you?
No, do you remember? Do you remember me telling you it was here? It's a viral clip about me learning strikes in the game. That's one of the strikes.
Yeah.
That's one of the strikes, brother. I saw the strikes in the game. I was like, Henan Barral threw it nice. I was like, with Dustin Kimura, I told him, brother, we need to do this spinning back kick shit.
Yeah.
It's just so good, and it's a secret weapon. And then the thing is funny because in the game, I was throwing it close. Like, a lot of people throw it from distance, but I throw it real close, like almost in clinch.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, and I told him, like, bro, this is going to be a secret weapon. I remember Dustin Kimura, he was in the UFC for a little bit, and I was trying to make him practice it with me. I remember him saying one time, like, "Fuck this kick is stupid as hell." And then we kept practicing. Another guy, a big guy, came down, trained us, and he dropped him with a spinning back kick and from the clinch, right? And I was like, well, "What I told you, brother. I told you this fucking kick is a secret weapon."
How are you practicing it close up? What's the drill?
He would just stand close. I was like, bro, like I'd get my timing from it being a distance first, and then we'd be like a little bit closer and be like, bro, all we gotta focus on is bringing our knee up and then pushing it out at the last second. And the main thing was just bringing your knee up and snapping your head around. Snap your head around first, see where you're going to land so you don't kick each other in the freaking groin area because it happened a couple times to me and him. So, but yeah, it was like bringing knee up high, look, and then push it.
Do you ever practice where you stand right next to the bag?
Yeah, I practice
like
on the bag.
Touch the bag with your shoulder? Yeah.
Try to.
Just jumps back, jump back. And
I create my distance from me jumping away from the bag and then stabbing.
Yes, exactly. If you can develop that is a secret weapon. Because it's one of those techniques, it's like, you remember when the calf kick came along? Everybody's got to throw a calf kick. If you could develop that, Yair has it. Yair does it really well. Yeah. But this was a giant moment in the beginning of the fight. Look how close you are. Look how close you are. To be able to get that off from there and to hit him in the nose, his nose was gone.
Yeah, it was broken, bro.
You shattered his nose at the very end of the first round. And from then on, what a fucking fight, man. I watched that fight at least 10 times. No bullshit. At least.
That's awesome.
I watched it over and over again in the gym.
I would lie to tell you if I didn't watch it that much time.
And look, dude, I always pause. No matter what I'm doing. If I'm at the gym, I pause for that last 10 seconds. Just like this. Like, how is this real? How is this real? You got that jump spinning back kick down, dude. You got it down in the most unusual way, which is this hop back and then throw it. Like Raymond Daniels does that really good.
Yeah, bro. Even you, like back in the day when it was a video game, and then I started looking at spinning back kicks. There's a clip of you hitting a fucking kill in the bag, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Joe Rogan can fight? I was like, what the hell is going on? This guy would kill you with spinning back kick.
There's only one clip of me in a Taekwondo fight, and it's me knocking a dude out with a spinning back kick.
Holy shit.
And I sent him flying.
Yeah.
But it's the same exact move. The guy's moving forward, and I just jump and spin at the same time. It was the same move because I was like in the air when I landed it.
That's crazy.
That was my favorite thing to do. So when I see a guy like you doing it from up close, and I know you learned how to fucking strike from video games, which is so crazy. When you told me that the first time, I was like, what? I thought, oh, we went to like a traditional karate school, and then he started studying Muay Thai when he was 10. No.
I saw cool stuff happening in the game. I was like, oh, bro, we could put this together in real life. And bro, Dustin, we never have striking coach. You know, I didn't have Ivan yet. And then after the Connor fight is when Ivan Flores joined my camp. So. And then with him, Ivan is a genius. Like he's like real, like he loves the basic stuff. But then when I try to tell him or show him fancy stuff, or I see Muay Thai doing shit like sweep the leg and like elbow and stuff or whatever, it's like it's crazy, you know. Like even this fight week, bro. Like if you watch the fight, a bunch of times I'm doing this right kick. I do this right kick, and then I just step over on my right hand against Gaethje.
Yes.
We saw that, like, I practiced that. I do that a bunch of times in other fights, but then, like, 2 weeks before the fight, he sent me a clip on Instagram, like, oh, look at this, watch this. And I forget who it was, but the Muay Thai guy was right kicking. He set up with a right low kick, next one, right low kick, right overhand, and, like, hurt and kills guys, but he's, like, downing guys with it. And then I was like, holy shit. We know Justin likes to like stay there after kicks to throw. So I was like, brother, this is gonna work on Justin. So we just kind of added it in our game. I told him, bro, I think I'm gonna throw this in the fight. He's like, yeah, let's practice it. You know. So Ivan Flores is the man, bro. He's the man.
You have an amazing camp.
Yeah, bro, all my coaches are the man, bro.
You really do have an amazing group of people. But you also, it's the argument that a lot of guys have been making that a smaller camp is maybe better for some athletes, because there's a lot of guys who want to go to like ATT, but you know, the guy, like I talked to Jim Miller about this, and he said that he really started improving much more when he concentrated on himself and had a smaller camp, and he stopped teaching.
Yeah, bro.
Stopped running his gym.
And at the end of the day, these big camps, you know, like even in Vegas, bro. Like I hear everybody going to Vegas and training, and like, bro, like one of the guys out there was telling me it's like the Wild Wild West. So like, how do you get better every day? You're going to train and just knowing I might fight this guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I might have to fight this guy. You know, like I have guys my weight, some guys my weight in my class, and I told him, brother, like I would tell him, like if we ever got to the point where we're both in the UFC, we're fighting for freaking a lot of money, like you better sign that damn contract. We done kill each other here, but you my brother, you know, we done kill each other and stuff for free. You'd be stupid as hell to not take a fight against me in the UFC or whatever. But that's different from going to a big gym and like and actually being worried. Like I'm not worried, you know. If we fight, we fight. But like some of these guys, you go in there and fighting your life. It's like a fight every day of the week, and that shit is gonna fucking like mentally, brother. That is gonna beat you down every day. Going like, oh my god, I'm fighting for my life here. Oh my god, like bro, I feel fight, like everybody can call me a liar and whatever, but bro, in the fight, I'm nervous as hell. In the back, bro, with the Justin fight, this last one, I was telling people, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I fighting Justin? What the hell are you doing, Max? You know, like that, bro. I'm not even lying. I'm in the back. I'm in the back thinking like, fucking like, what are we doing? You told me this is the last time. What the hell? It's like now you're on UFC 300. You be fucking 1 million people gonna buy this pay-per-view. What the hell are you doing? And then as soon as the lights come on, I start hearing my song. That's when it changes, you know. Then it's like it's go time. It's like, nah, Max, you can't be fucking working at McDonald's making this much money. Let's go get this paper. You know what I mean? That's it. You gotta own McDonald's if you're making this much money, brother. You don't own shit. So let's go get it.
Bro, you can own multiple McDonald's with your next one.
Yeah.
After that fight.
So that was the that was it. You know. So you gotta switch, flip the switch, and then. I know a lot of my coaches, they didn't know my walkout song was funny because they was like, is he going to do it? Because they was waiting for me to walk out to an Israel song, right? Come on, all this. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? And then we walked up to Hawaiian Superman, Maui Hawaiian Superman. So I loved it, bro. I think it was perfect. They made you was out there in the crowd. I don't know if you could see it. On your screen. They made it look like the ocean, bro. Mm-hmm. They made me look like it was the ocean. And the way we had to turn in our song so early, bro. So like usually I can turn in my song like the week of the fight or the week before the fight, walkout song, but Heidi hit us up like 6 weeks out. It's like, hey, we need you guys walkout song now because we're trying to do something. And then that was what they did. The lights that was on the chairs that all the guys had, they made it go to the song. Like they made mine look like the ocean, so it was like wavy, but then Justin's one was sick because like every time the beat hit, the lights on the stuff went up and like
Yeah.
whatever. I was like, whoa, that's cool. So
What was Justin's walkout song?
I forget, but it was a really good song, bro. I liked it. It was a really good song.
Yeah, there's some banger walkout songs, man. But Peloton, when that motherfucker walks out, hey, yeah.
I didn't even hear it. Is
Bro,
it crazy?
He's the scariest motherfucker when he walks out because he stands there. He walks out like this.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then he
Yeah,
stands
I
there,
never
he
hear the
draws
song,
the
yeah.
bow back and goes, ah! And then he throws a couple of
Yeah,
punches.
yeah.
You're like, oh
He
my
does his one two, bro. So you know what is funny? You know, I don't know if you ever watched that kid of like he mimics fights or
Yes.
fighters. Yeah, that kid. So he was at the press conference, bro. And the whole fucking press conference, I see him, and he's trying to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bro. The whole time he got busted from a security guard to sit down, but the whole time that I watched him, he was throwing it. I was like, bro, that kid is crazy.
Have you seen Mighty Mouse do everybody?
No.
Mighty Mouse, there's a video
Oh
of
yeah, I
Mighty
did.
Mouse
I
where
called
they
him
face
out. Yeah,
swap him.
I called him on. I said, "Why didn't you make mine?" He's like, "Oh, bro, I got you. I got you the next one."
Yeah, he can do everybody.
Yeah, he was good.
But he mimics everyone's style. He does Khabib, he does Conor, he does Cejudo, he does everybody.
Bro, he's a beast, bro.
Mighty Mouse is the GOAT.
He's a man,
When
bro.
I say the best martial artist that I've ever seen in terms of like the expression of martial arts, he's
It's
my
him.
favorite. It's him.
He's the bro. If
It's him.
you don't have him, on top of your MMA Rush Mount War, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Yeah. I'll think of my son when I said Rush. Mount Rushmore. But if you don't have him on it, you're just a hater.
Yeah, you have to be a hater.
Yeah, everybody keep talking about like even that, like everybody keep talking about like, oh, he's only 125. I was
No.
Got the walkouts. Here's Justin.
Okay, what?
What? See, it blinks.
I don't understand those names. I don't know. If it's this thing. Oh,
What is that?
I had this thing going too.
Oh, so here's
So
Mighty. Show the Mighty Mouse one because that's incredible. So here's Mighty Mouse pretending to be Cejudo.
Strickland.
So they switch about Strickland. Bro, it looks exactly like him.
Oh,
It's
shit.
crazy.
Poirier. McGregor.
McGregor, that is good, bro.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. He does Adesanya too?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Wow. You hear Yuri Prohaska's talking about going down to 85?
Is he?
Yeah. He apparently didn't cut any weight for that fight.
Yeah, yeah. Me and him is managed by the same guy, and that's what I heard too.
He's a wild boy.
Bro, did you not see that he was outside of UFC 300?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Outside of UFC 300, T-Mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fans are looking scared as hell to go.
That dude's real.
Bro, he's so cool, bro. He's so cool. Bro, did you not see? He just freaking won the, he's the other one that won the 200 bonus, right? And then the first post, I'm back home. I'm in my hut. How are we doing, guys? Like, he actually lives in that hut in the forest.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Bro, he works out punching trees. Dude's out there throwing front kicks at trees and shit.
The guy is unreal, bro. The guy is unreal, bro.
Animal. He's in
an
there because
animal.
Rakic was putting it on him, man. And he was just melting Rakic.
Bro,
Just,
they some big dudes. So like all fight week, when I went to the PI, Racket and Heel, and these guys
They're
some
big guys.
bro. I'm
They're
like, holy
huge.
shit, you guys some big
Yeah.
dudes.
yeah, they're huge. And Yuri at 185 would be terrifying. He's got such a crazy style, man. I mean, there's no one that fights like that guy. Like, if you saw his silhouette, you would be able to tell instantly that's Prohaska.
Yeah. But he does have his,
Hands down, chin forward, the fucking crazy hair.
Yeah,
The
he's nuts,
samurai
bro.
bun.
Bro, he's just a bro. That samurai spirit, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a facade.
No, he really
Like a lot of
thinks
guys
that.
think so. Yeah. No, he's like, and he's a real nice guy. Like, you ever talk story to him?
Yeah, I've talked to him.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's so nice. He's
Very
so
nice
and he's
guy.
very quiet.
Mhm.
Like his tone is very, yeah, I'm good, brother.
Yeah.
Like bro, he's almost like he's like the guy that you call to go kill somebody for you. Hitman,
yeah.
He's like, oh, I need a hitman. Okay, brother, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. So that fight was a wild fight too. It's like there's so many fights that got lost. The fight, your fight, especially that knockout, was so crazy that people forgot that you fucked Justin up the first part of the 5th round. Like, I kind of forgot about it until I watched it again. I was like, oh yeah, he had him almost
hurt
out.
him. Yeah, almost hurt him.
Yeah.
almost hurt him. But
Oh, you heard him.
even when I called my dad, and and you're gonna love this one. But then I went like this, and then when I was flooring him, even in every round, every time I hurt him, I'd come in, I'd do a little bit, and if it didn't put him down or hurt him more, I just backed off. Because everybody's like, why is he not attacking? Why is he not attacking? I'm like, brother, every time I hurt him, he had the craziest look in his eyes, brother. And one time he said, let's get it on. So I was okay, you know. I was like, nah, I'm okay, brother. I'm here. I'm going to keep picking you, you know. But he did. But all jokes aside, he did have the craziest look in his eyes, brother. It was crazy. Like, I would hurt him. I was like, why are you even standing, bro? You know? Like, and then I just thinking, yeah, you're right. You're Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
You're a freaking highlight, you know, so.
Well, he said the wildest shit before the fight. He said, I don't make plans after my fights because I don't plan on being
here.
alive.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? Is this guy human? You know what I mean? How the hell did he get led into Wakanda? It's not a very Wakanda mindset, you know?
There's one thing that has come up that I think we probably should talk about, and it's the Pereira Jamal Hill knockout. And it's an interesting thing that was brought up, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. And then I watched it again. I was like, there's kind of a point there. And the point is, Jamal accidentally hits him low. He kicks him in the hip, and Herb Dean comes in to stop it, and then Pereira does the super gangster thing. But in the meantime, Jamal has stopped and relaxed after he threw the kick. He gives him a thumbs up, like, you cool? And then Pereira does it, and then Pereira advances, and then Herb is to the left. Yeah. So it's like he can't even move too much to the left. And all of a sudden, he's on him, and he hits him with that left hook.
Yeah.
And I think Jamal's saying, I would have never let him that close to me if it wasn't for that nut shot, and I didn't know exactly what was going on. So Herb had stopped it. Herb is out of his field of vision. Herb is over here. So when Herb's doing this, I don't know what he said. I don't know if so let's see if we can watch it.
Because he stood. I think so. I know what you're saying. Because even there, like, he stands there and kind of half touch gloves with him, right? And then and Alex is using a touch glove to step into it, and then Alex throws the left hook.
Alex steps on his foot. Too.
Yeah.
Steps on his foot.
Bro, that's the old boxing trick, brother.
Old boxing trick, Southpaw and Orthodox.
Yeah.
So he steps on his front foot and then hits him with that left hook from hell. His left hook is a crazy weapon, man.
Brother, the thing don't even look hard.
It's crazy.
Tell me not. It just looks like. And then did you not see the jolt that it sent down his body?
Yeah, it's just like you see his eyes roll back.
He almost did a. Was he the one that knocked out Johnny Walker?
Yes.
Yeah. He almost did the Johnny Walker his body kind of extended. That was kind of crazy. I was like, oh wow.
And it's a glancing blow.
Glancing, brother. Yeah. And it was it wasn't even a hook. It was like an uppercut hook.
Yeah, like a shovel hook.
Yeah, like a
Mexican hook. The way he lands it, man. It's like
he don't give a shit, bro.
The fight that he got before he fought in the UFC, did you ever see that one?
No.
Is the most vicious left hook knockout of all time.
For real?
He hits a dude with a high kick. The guy blocks it. And he steps. The guy steps. Whack! He just cleanly. He's got that long frame. He's so long, and there's all this torque, and he just torques his whole body and whips across. It sounds like a baseball bat hitting a watermelon. Just whop! And the dude just drops face plants.
How are people just have that kind of power, right?
His power is crazy. He punched the
machine. I saw
191.
How much was your spinning back kick one? Did you kicked
I never
it, right?
kicked it with a spinning back kick. But with a roundhouse kick, I got to 152.
That's crazy.
But the difference between that and 190 with one punch.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
And he clips it. Now let's back it up again because let's make the argument. Let's see what happens. So go all the way to the nut shot. So here's the nut shot. So now I watch Jamal. Jamal stops. Watch his legs step. His legs lock up. He's relaxed. He gives a thumbs up. We cool. And he touches Herb. So now they're back at it.
Yeah, but look at his stance. He's ready to
strike. Pereira has never relaxed. So this time has gone on where we're doing it in slow motion, right? Let's do it in real speed. So here we see this. So, the fight had restarted. Yeah. The fight had restarted, but would that position have taken place if it wasn't for Jamal relaxing?
Yeah,
giving him the thumbs up.
So not his fight. So my fight, the number one thing when I was going with Justin was just be on all the time.
Right.
Like just fucking max. Like I was just in the back telling myself, mentally, physically, you need to be here every fucking second.
Right.
Of every millisecond, brother.
Which is a crazy thing.
Because you one millisecond off, lights can turn off, Max. You need to be on. So that was the main thing that I was telling myself the whole fight. You know, like with that, like if I was in a situation, I don't give a fuck. I would have told Herb Dean, motherfucker, are we going? Like I would have been like, come on, like I still would have been ready, you know, like it's protect yourself at all times, you know.
There is a weird millisecond where no one knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And when Pereira is still moving
but
forward.
Pereira is in. Look at Pereira. He's that millisecond. He's still like he's gonna Bonaire your ass.
So watch it again. Watch it again. So the low kick, and then as Jamal, stop it. Go all the way from the beginning. Watch this. So when Jamal lands the kick, he touches him, and then he makes. Look at the distance he closes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look how close right there. Yeah.
He
look how close
closed
he
the
is.
distance,
Yeah.
but back it up again. So you see the distance that Jamal's maintaining initially. Then he throws the kick. Now watch this. They pause.
Look how
Jamal
far- yeah,
thumbs up.
yeah.
But Pereira has closed the gap now.
Right there. Yeah. Look how close he is.
He's closed the gap a lot more than Jamal probably would have let him. Now, it's a mistake by Jamal. Protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
But also, it does seem like there's a moment of confusion.
There is.
Because he does close that distance.
He does, bro. He
Significantly.
does.
It's like a double step. Watch. From here to there.
Yeah. He
See
hops.
that?
He hops into it. Yeah. Look right there. Hop.
Yeah. And now you're in the danger zone.
Yeah.
That's fucking Kenny Rogers or Kenny Loggins. Highway to the danger zone.
Oh, yeah.
And so once he does that little hop in, he takes advantage of that moment to close the gap.
Yeah, the left hook is so clean, bro. Look at this.
So he doesn't stop when Herb stops him. He closes when he puts Herb on. He closes the gap.
He closed the distance and then told her to stop. Yeah. Oh, during that the
so
whole
watch
time.
it. Watch it. It's this.
Yeah, right.
So he touches it. He close the distance. While Jamal's legs are straight.
Yeah.
So Jamal gives him the thumbs up, and Pereira had a double hop in that time.
Yeah. And Jamal didn't know.
Yeah. This is a real moment. Now, I'm not making any excuses for Jamal. And Jamal can take a loss as good as anybody. And after the Paul Craig fight, he's like, I fucked up. He got me. This is it. But he's got a point here. It's not a perfect point. Because they had engaged again.
I know what you mean.
Pereira had closed that gap to a point where Jamal was not letting him do that early.
But then again, like, you know, playing devil advocate, you know, nothing but love for Jamal, but fuck, bro, you need to be locked in there.
You need to be
Who the fuck
locked in.
cares? You know,
Yes.
like you're fighting another dangerous man, a man across you that you know each other. You guys land one good shot, you guys both can put each other away. It's like, I don't know, bro. Because at the end of the day,
it's a mistake on his part.
Yeah,
because you always have to be ready.
But then with her, like, it sucks, you know. Like, how much times do we hear a freaking judge or even a ref screwing up the fight? You know what I mean? So it's like you need to, like, anybody, fighters, amateur level, pro level, the best fighters in the world, whatever it is. Don't put it in these guys' hands, man. I mean, it's easier said than done, but don't leave it, you know. Like it's just tough. Yeah, just be aware, you know. Like you do have a third man in there. They are supposed to be looking out for you, but how much time do we see where sometimes that's just not the case, or it's just too early, you know?
Right.
So at the end of the day, fuck, it sucks, but what you gonna do there? You know what I mean? Like all we're gonna do is we're gonna have this kind of talks and arguments, and he's gonna have arguments and stuff, and nothing's gonna get changed.
But here's the question: like, what is the protocol when a referee steps in and says stop because there's a low?
Even with him telling him stop, the protocol should have been like, okay,
separate.
Okay, whatever. Go back to the middle. Like you pushed him against the cage, whatever. And we saw you hop. Okay, you want me to stuff? Back up a little bit. Let me go. He needs to still go in the middle of them and be like, okay, fight.
Right.
You can't be like get stopped and then you moved off to the side. Okay, fight to here, because if what's his name, Jamal couldn't see him, I can understand, like in his peripherals, like he's just focused, you know, and then maybe stuff says fight and I'm just focused on you, like, okay, what's going on, you know?
Right. There's definitely an argument that if you're going to do that and you're going to stop a fight momentarily, even if you're going to restart it, you have to understand that the momentum is stopped. Things have changed. And if one guy does this and hops in during that time, you kind of have to step and separate them and then engage. So he does the engage. He goes off to the side. Yeah. But now the argument against that I've heard is that this happens all the times where fighters get kicked and the referee says, hold on. The fighter says, I'm fine. And then they let him keep going. So maybe that's a good argument too, that Jamal should have been more prepared. But it seems like he had actually told them to stop. And that's when Jamal did this.
Oh,
so it's
Alex,
or excuse me, Alex did this. So is that up to the fighter? What are the rules?
What are the rules?
Moment?
Yeah.
Like when the referee says stop, are the fighters allowed to say no, I'm fine, or are they supposed to address the referee and say I'm fine?
Look,
and
he
then
said time.
He says time. And he puts his hand up, and now where's Herb Dean? Herb Dean moves away. Jamal does not have eyes on him.
Yeah, he's looking at him the whole time because he's not trying to get cracked.
Jamal doesn't, but Alex is much closer to him now.
Yeah, he's much closer, and nobody. But look at the angle that he takes too. Like Alex is straight cut. He's cutting off the cage there.
Yeah,
bro.
he's cutting off the cage.
You're pushing him to his right to cut off the cage, bro. Look.
And Herb is right to Jamal's left.
Yeah, look at that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Brother.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
That guy's a monster. I was telling everybody about that guy when he was in Glory.
I remember.
When they were saying he was coming over to the UFC, I was like, I told DC, I go, dude, get ready for this motherfucker. Because this motherfucker puts people into orbit.
Brother.
He's got crazy power.
Brother, the wormholes, bro. Universes, different universes.
You wake up on the other side of the galaxy.
Brother, he might have... Actually, since we're talking about Wakanda, he might be like a Doctor Strange guy. He might have the ring on, bro. Look underneath his glove or something. That's what's happening, bro.
Well, what he is a real Amazon warrior. Like, that's his gene.
Yeah, you see him, bro. You see him go back to his village?
Yeah.
All painted up and stuff like a leopard?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, guy's a G, bro. He's
G. He's the real deal. He's the real deal.
He's a man.
How the fuck was he ever making 185 is the big question. And how much do you think that compromised his chin when he went down?
A lot, bro. So the thing is, you know what is crazy?
Here's the walk. Look at his foot. Bro, that shit is terrifying. Look at his eyes, man. And everybody just and he told Jamal, when I make my walk in, then you'll think about all these things you said.
Yeah, he did.
Ha! And the whole audience yells out, "Ha!" with him. Look at Jamal, though.
He caught the. Did you see it in the other angle? He caught the arrow. He broke it.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Jamal was telling me when I talked to him about it. He said he feels like he was winning that fight. He said he was implementing his strategy. He landed that one good right hook in the first round, and he felt like he was on his way. He felt like he was doing everything he wanted to do, not letting that dude get close, but that thing fucked him up.
Yeah, I mean
there's a real moment there.
That's a sport, right? That's a sport, right? Like, you know what's funny, brother? Nothing to Jamal, whatever. But what is crazy is that when I read, I see comments or I see people talking about our fight, and like guys like bringing up like, oh yeah, just imagine if Justin didn't break his nose, it would have been a whole different fight. I'm like, well, thank the Lord I landed my spinning back kick because his nose is broken. You know what I mean?
Imagine if you didn't knock him out.
Yeah. Or just imagine if I broke my ankle walking into the freaking octagon. Brother, there's so much stuff. I'm like, what are you, like, people are so crazy. I'm like, oh my God, like, just enjoy it. Why can't you guys enjoy it? Or why can't you guys have other people have stuff, Like, why can't we have nice stuff? This is why we can't have good things.
Again, it's just losers, You think Michael Jordan's leaving YouTube comments? No.
Oh,
he's
brother,
not.
never.
It's winners don't have time for that shit. But that's also part of the game.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to deal with those people.
It is art,
but
bro.
how anybody can say, imagine if you didn't land something that you landed, that you planned for, that you executed. That's very hard to pull off.
Yeah.
A spinning back kick where you're literally right in front of each other like that, and you landed to his face.
Yeah, bro. We knew he was gonna duck. He was looking for the time,
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. And it was such a great moment on that night because that night was magical.
Bro, UFC 3. My head is still not wrapped around it. Like how you said, how do I feel? I don't know how I feel yet because it's still not wrapped. Like to have that to be one of the guys it started from all the way outside the fight, brother. somebody asked me to get the belt wrapped around Mark Coleman. Like when they asked me who I think, and then I said Mark Coleman. You know, I'm like, bro, he's the guy. His house with his fires and stuff just happened.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's the man. And then to it being UFC 300, to us getting asked, oh, what about how much should the freaking bonuses be? And I'm freaking screaming, 300K, 300K, 300K. And Dustin and freaking Dana to be like, 300K. I was like, holy shit. And then to win both the bonuses,
That was wild.
it was just crazy. And then to have like you said, bro, that's a movie finish, bro. To hit him with an it was like a David versus Goliath kind of story going against him, you know, and then to hit him with that overhand is like me hitting him with the slingshot, you know.
Yeah.
So and the Rock at the perfect place, perfect time.
Yeah.
The perfect, bro. This is UFC 300. Nobody's an event getting put together. This is not gonna top nothing until 400, and we don't even know if 400 is gonna top it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But
It's
then,
gonna be almost impossible to top that. Like every card after that, you look at the card, you're like, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Bro, I know
That
it's
card was
crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. And then a lot of people. And then, bro, Dana White he's the ultimate troll, bro. I love Dana White. Then when they troll people, you saw the
When he
video.
made the video, yeah.
brother. When you saw the video, he's calling up. You know how much people on top of that video too also did videos of me talking about how I was like undergun and pillow Holloway, pillow hands Holloway is gonna get killed, and
dummies.
I am gonna be the Tony 2.0 whatever. I was like, brother, you guys just watch, and all their tones change, and now they're making money off of me. I should go write them all money and be like, hey brother, you owe me 10% of YouTube freaking chilling.
There's all these people that have these takes where they know what's going to happen. It's such a stupid thing to do. You don't know what's going to happen. You can talk about someone's strengths.
Opinion, yeah. You can talk about, you can have an opinion, but when people say stuff like that, I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
It's just dumb. It's just dumb. You know, you should talk about someone's skills and what they can do, and this could be a factor, and that could be a factor. But to say, this is going to happen, that is folly. That's a stupid way to look at things. There's not a chance in hell that you know when two
Things change
world-class
all the
martial
time.
artists fight.
Yeah,
There's
things
no
change
chance.
all the time.
There's no chance you know. I saw a lot of people doing that with the fight this past weekend with Devin Haney. And Ryan Garcia.
Ryan, yeah.
Everybody was counting out Ryan Garcia. So many people.
Oh, did you see how much he bet himself?
$2 million. He
Brother,
won
how
$2 million.
can we do
Yeah.
that on ourselves?
What did
the
he
hell?
win? How much did he win?
12 million.
So he bet $2 million to win
To
12
win
million.
12 million,
Oh
and
my
he paid
God.
$2.1 million in fees. So he won 10 million. So
I
you
think
paid.
he paid 1.5 in fees because he's 3 pounds
so
over,
he
right?
he paid 1.5 to
Devin Haney.
David to Haney because he
Yeah.
said 500 every weight, right, every
Yeah.
pound, and then he had to pay and the extra 600 or 500 to the commission.
Wow.
So that's what. So it was like $2.1 million he had to, bro. And he was like, and he bet himself. He's like, bro, I don't give a shit.
That's
I
a
got $2
wild
million
boy.
bet. Yeah, good
That's
for
a
him.
wild boy. Dude, that left hook he has is a thing of
It's
beauty.
fast, bro. It's so fast, bro.
So fast.
It's so fast, bro, and it's so fast and it hits so hard because even did you see the way Haney or not only Haney, but every time he lands it on anybody, they're like,
They go, whoa.
yeah, they're getting like shocked.
It comes at you so much faster than other punches. It reminds me a lot of Roy Jones in his prime.
Yeah,
Like Roy Jones Jr. in his prime barely threw jabs, which is so crazy that a guy would be so fast that he
so
could hit you with a leaping left
yeah,
hook.
because his jab was a leaping left hook.
It's crazy.
Boom.
You ever seen his biceps? The difference?
Yeah.
His left bicep's twice the size of his right bicep. It's nuts.
He might have been an arm wrestler then. Who knows?
Roy Jones had the craziest style of all time. When he was in his prime, that dude was untouchable.
Bro,
Every fight was
crazy.
an execution.
Bro, crazy body head bangers, bro. He was the.
He was
bro.
so fast. He was the only guy in CompuBox history that didn't get a single punch landed on him in a round.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
When he fought Vinny Pazienza. Didn't get a single punch
Boom,
landed
jump
on
left
him.
hook in. That's all he
And
did.
then he just put it on him. And then he tried to stop the fight himself. He looked at the referee. He's like, stop this fight. And the referee's like, keep fighting. And he's like, all right. And he goes like that. He does like that. And he just tunes him up and KOs him.
Bro, what a beast, bro. What a beast.
But that left hook is a weapon. If you got a left hook like Ryan Garcia, like, my God, that thing's fast.
Ryan at freaking Pereira.
But
Like, what is
how
going
smart
on?
is Gervonta for making him go to 135 and then giving him a weight clause?
Brother,
Like you can't rehydrate more than 10 pounds.
Who's behind him? Who's behind him, brother? The Money Mayweather. That guy is smart, bro.
Yeah.
That guy is a businessman. These guys are businessmen. You know, like it is.
Same
what
thing
it is.
that Floyd did to Canelo.
Yeah, same exact thing.
Yeah.
And was more, you know what's more funny? Canelo them played into his game and said, "No, you know what? We'll come down to this weight." He didn't ask. He was gonna give them the extra 5, but then with a weight clause, and they said, "Oh, you what? You want to come here? You can come here and a weight clause."
Yeah.
Bro, those guys. He's a businessman, bro, and you got to respect it. You know.
Yes, you have to. And for Gervonta, that was perfect because I would love to see Ryan Garcia, the one that we saw fully hydrated against Devin Haney, against Gervonta.
Oh, he's a problem, bro. He's gonna be a problem
for
bro.
everybody.
He's gonna be a problem, bro.
Speed is bananas.
Yeah.
You ever see him shadow box, like throw
Oh
combinations?
yeah,
there?
bro.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
is this
Oh,
sped
yeah.
up?
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you so fast?
Yeah. It's not fair
He might have one of the fastest left hooks I've ever seen.
for sure.
I mean, it's right up there with everybody, all the great left hookers of the past.
And, but the crazy thing is, like, bro, he don't even bring it out. He just goes from right here,
right there,
Pa!
whip, like a whip.
Pa! And, like,
Yeah.
and just kills guys.
It
Bro.
has so much power from short distance, just nothing. Just turns it over.
Yeah.
And he can hit you with multiple ones in a row.
Pa, pa, pa. Hey, he just keep throwing left hooks. He don't even believe in jabs.
And the funny thing was the troll job. Like he was
Bro.
on.
Bro, when he talked about, I just saw the interview the other night.
He
when
did
talked
Patrick
about,
Bet-David.
Yeah, when he did he's like, yeah, you know that one interview? I was like, doing all that stuff. People thought I was crazy. I was like, bro, I don't give a shit. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow. I was like, well, this guy's, bro, he should be an actor.
Yeah, he really had a smart strategy. Act like he was crazy. Started
Acting like he was
talking all kinds of
crazy.
wild stuff.
Come in 3 pounds
Yeah.
every, and just bro, he sold it all the way to
Yeah.
getting into that, bro.
I bet him coming in 3 pounds heavy made the line move more towards Haney.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, this guy's not training.
Yeah, he's out of
out of
shape. He
shape.
didn't prepare. He's crazy. He's mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Came
Joke's
in and
on
just
you,
lit him
brother.
up.
He laughed straight to the bank.
And there was some bad refereeing in that fight too, because
yeah,
there was 2
he,
knockdowns.
2 drops, and it didn't count. That was
Yes.
crazy.
Real bad. Those were 2 legitimate knockdowns in a round where he already knocked him down once. So he knocked him down 3 times in that fight.
Wouldn't
In that
been,
round,
yeah,
rather.
wouldn't that have been like a TKO already?
I don't know if they had a 3 knockdown rule. It wasn't for the title, right? Because Devin gets to keep the title.
So I think so. It was
Even
he
though-
keep
'cause
the
he didn't
title, but
make
even
weight.
if he win, I think so. He he would have had the. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, but fuck the title. The title, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Keeping that title's crazy.
Yeah. After did you, bro? You know what's more crazy? There's a post of him being like, "Yeah, I still got the title." I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to think. Yeah, I would.
Well, he's just trying to come up with some sort. I mean, he got humiliated.
Yeah.
I mean, he got
It
humbled.
sucks, bro. This fight game is wild, bro.
It's a wild game.
It's the shit. It's the most craziest game ever, brother.
Most
You be
ruthless game.
You be on top of the world one day,
Yeah.
and a fight like that, you're just no one even cares, you
Mm-hmm.
know, anymore.
Yep. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you could be Ben Askren, you know, and boom, one shot, and then that's what everybody remembers.
Bro,
Guy has
forever,
an amazing
bro.
career.
He's the best, bro.
Dominates
Yeah.
in Bellator, dominated in ONE FC, comes over to America, beats Robbie Lawler in a weird one. Remember that?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of
Slammed
weird.
him. He slammed him.
No,
yeah.
he had him in a headlock.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Robbie wasn't out.
Yeah,
Robbie
yeah.
was defending, and they thought, I don't know who made that call. I forget who was the referee, but they thought he was out, and he wasn't out.
Yeah.
And Robbie's like, what the fuck? I wasn't
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And they called the fight.
And then Jorge,
And then
brother.
Jorge
Street
hits
Jesus,
him. Street Jesus hits him with some fucking nuclear lightning.
brother. The sprint. Oh my god.
And the angle. Like he cuts angles.
Yeah.
So that Ben, like his instincts kick in.
Yeah.
To like shoot for the takedown.
Yeah.
He just runs right at him and it just goes right into him, man.
And then he does the freaking 3 pin count.
Yeah. He hits him in a couple of 3-piece when he's down and then slaps the floor and lays
Bro,
next to him.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was wild. That was one of the wildest knockouts too. That's another one. That's another one, but the consequences are different than yours. Yours is different, and it's the fact that you decided to stand in the cage in the center in the last 10 seconds, and that you had planned that out. Did your corner know you were planning that out?
Oh, they know already. I mean, they know. They you ask any of them, and then you tell them like, bro, did you guys think? I never told them, but they already know who I am as a fighter.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been with these guys for like 15, 16 years of my life. Like half of my life, brother, I've been with these guys. You
Wow.
know? Actually, I think 14 years. I think it's 14. A little bit under half of my life with these guys. So they know me. You know, and like you can even, do you have the corner? Sit in the corner. Like Rylan is like hiding because he know it's happening already, you know, and then my striking coach already knows that it's gonna go. They know. Like I asked them after, or they did interviews, and they asked him, "Did you know Max was gonna do that?" He's like, he didn't tell us, but we had a feeling that if he went to the last 10 seconds. Look, Rye's hiding. He's hiding under his eyes, brother.
Look at your guys.
Yeah, look at Michael.
Look at them screaming.
Bro, you know what is funny? That guy Michael is like 5'3", so he's like holding himself up on them, bro. His legs is dangling and he's kicking in the air. Imagine that. I wish
Oh
they had
my
a full
God.
screen. He's on top there like, oh.
Wow, that was wild, man.
And then shout out to my best friend Birdie Bird, Jordan Reed in the back, since the news didn't catch it at him. They named every cornerman except for him in the back.
So here's a question: Jamal Hill loses that fight, and now he's gonna fight Khalil Roundtree.
Bro, that was don't you think? Do you think that's a fast turnaround? I don't know.
It's a very fast turnaround.
Yeah.
It's only 2 months.
Yeah.
It's 2 months, and
And
he's
you're
fighting
fighting
Khalil.
Hilltree.
Roundtree is a savage.
Brother, do you not
He
see the
fights you
TKO
like
that
you owe him.
Yeah, money.
Yeah,
money.
you owe him a lot of money.
You do owe him a lot of money.
That's how he fights you.
Yeah.
He fights you like you stole something from him.
His contract is probably a sure win, so
Bro.
he owes you. You owe him win money.
That sidekick that he did to the knee. That
Oh,
dude,
bro,
that's the.
he was jumping into that thing, bro.
Horrible.
That's nasty, bro.
Horrible. Watch his knee bend backwards. Khalil, I remember when Khalil fought Eric Anders. He came back from Thailand. So he fights Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker catches him with an elbow in the clinch. And he decides, like, I got to really learn Muay Thai, clinching, elbows. He goes to Thailand. And then he fights Eric Anders. And he comes out looking like a Thai fighter.
Pa, leg kick. Yeah. Where did he
Everything.
fight it? I think I watched that fight. What fight?
See if we can find Khalil Roundtree versus Eric
I think
Anders.
that was on the Volk. I think that was in Vegas. I think that was on the Volk 3 fight.
I believe it was in Vegas because
Yeah, I
I
think
remember
that was on the Volk 3
me
fight.
and DC were like, "What happened?" Like he was always a very good fighter. He was always a very good stand-up fighter too, but like he went through this leap in this fight. See if you get like early in the fight when the leg kicks were insane, and it's the way he's moving. He's moving like a Thai.
This whole thing was just the second round.
Oh, okay. He was moving like a Thai, like his front leg. He's like tapping with the front leg.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
right
just,
there. Yeah, look, his front leg going already.
I mean, it was
Even if
very like Thai style adapted to MMA. But we were just like, my God, like he's looked so much better than we've seen him before. There was something about like he made this decision after that Johnny Walker fight and then started going to Thailand and just kicked his game up several notches. And now, you know, he gets this opportunity for a
Huge,
guy
bro.
like Khalil to
Huge.
fight a guy who also
Bro.
just got KO'd. Right? Just got KO'd just 2 months ago. So most people would say, hey, this is too soon.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say this is too soon. But I get it. Jamal wants to get back in there. He feels like that was a fuck up and he wants to erase it. He says he's fine. But this is a fucking scary cat, man.
Yeah, because even with the Jamal Hill incident, right? How much shots did he take on the ground?
Took a few hard ones.
Yeah,
Hard
it was
hammer
tough.
fists.
So whatever, but
It's the left hook that makes his eyes roll back. But Khalil's a monster, man.
bro, but imagine Hill, bro. Imagine if you're in his situation, right? You're in his shoes. Like how you said, this guy just got knocked out, bro. You go out there, you knock this guy out. Guess what you're doing next fight?
You're fighting for a title.
You're fighting for a title, brother.
Yeah.
You are fighting Alex Pereira for a title.
Can you
Imagine him
imagine
and
Khalil and Alex Pereira? Holy
oh my god,
shit, man.
It'd just be violence, bro.
Oh, crazy violence. And, you know, Khalil's had moments in his career where he was, like, not totally focused. And then he's had moments where he's really focused. And you see it, like, in his endurance in the fight. Like, there's fights that he's lost where it's just, like, he wasn't really there. But then you see him when he's really focused. Like, it's like you got to pay attention to what he's capable of. Like, you could look at a fighter sometimes and you could look at bad fight. Like a good example is Charles Oliveira. If you go and watch Charles Oliveira's, some of his earlier fights, it
for
looks
sure.
like he kind of, like, folded.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then something happened after the birth of his daughter where Charles Oliveira becomes this fucking assassin.
Yeah.
And he's just and he just has no quit in him. He's
Yeah.
just an animal.
Yeah.
And it's just like everybody just forgot about that old shit and like, no, he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
And they forgot about the Cub Swanson fight. They forgot about all these other fights. They forgot about the Paul Felder fight. They forgot about those fights. Like, fuck all that fight. What is he capable of
now,
when he's
yeah.
on? And that's, I think, what you got to do with Khalil. That's why this is a dangerous fight. Because Jamal's a bad man, and he's a dangerous dude, and he can knock out anybody, for
Brother,
sure.
bro, it's gonna be
But so's Khalil.
It's gonna be violent, bro. Jamal gonna have to watch his kneecaps, bro.
She's going to have to watch his legs, everything. And Khalil is also southpaw. So
Yeah.
Jamal standing southpaw, he likes to...
Ooh, look at that.
Bro, that was horrific. I mean, he's just sidekicked the shit out of his knee. Just blew it apart, man. And that's real controversial because a lot of people are like, man, that ends your career. But
It does.
he's back.
Don't.
He's a fucking animal, man. I mean, he's so skillful and so intelligent in his stand-up. And it's just like,
shit.
it's super, super high level, man.
Bro, look, he tried to trust kick a guy in his body while he's down.
Yeah, he's done that before. He's body kicked guys while
yeah,
they're
bro, I
down.
love body
Just stands up and body kicks them.
In Hawaii, bro, I got into an argument with a ref because one of our fighters like body kicked someone was down, and they stopped the fight to give the kid a time, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, you can't body kick on the ground. I was like, you cannot body kick a down opponent to the head. You can body kick, kick him to the body. You just can't kick him to the head.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you can't do that. I was like, what are you watching? I was
You
saying,
don't know the rules unless they
bro.
modified the rules.
Nah, bro, the rules doesn't modified, bro.
That's just bad refereeing.
Yeah, I almost got a fucking point deducted from my one of my boys. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry, bro, but like that was supposed to be a TKO.
Yeah,
You TKO'd this kid, bro.
that's ridiculous. That's just bad refereeing. I really think that the only problem with knees to the head on the ground and kicks to the ground is the cage. If there was no cage, no place where you couldn't move and someone could stomp you, all that shit should be on the table because these are valid techniques. If you can knee someone to the head in a clinch, if you could scissor knee someone like Pereira did with Michaelitis, if you could do that kind of shit, like why can't you knee a guy to the head on the ground?
And you know what it is, bro? And if you do that, you know how much more of this this safe area of people is playing with their hand on the ground, hand up. You know how much more people want to do that? They're gonna go all the way to the ground, or they're gonna fight intelligently. Yeah. And then they're gonna go instead of going down and playing that game, bro. Like,
the having a moment where you're safer because of a rule is never a good thing.
No, it's terrible.
It changes
bro.
the whole way you compete.
Yeah.
You'll do that. You'll let a guy have your back and you put your hand on the ground because you know his knee's right there.
Yeah.
And when in reality, you got to get out of that spot. You can't
for
be
sure.
there. Yeah.
You're dead.
Same thing with being in a turtle.
Yeah.
If you're in a turtle and a guy's like Mark Coleman in Pride can just drop those knees on your head. Remember they let him do that in Pride?
Yeah.
So when guys turtle in the UFC, you cannot knee them in the head.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect time to knee them in the head.
But then even that, because then when they do turtle, right? So say I'm fighting someone and I see someone turtle, it's like half a second of them resting because I'm thinking like, shit, now I got to be smart of where I'm picking this and what I'm doing. You know, like the back of the head rule, 100%, you know? But like if I can soccer kick you because you're doing that, like that, it's so easy to like, boom, see you down there, I kick you right in your head, you know? Like, but I don't know, bro.
And if you know that that's one of the options, you won't stay in that position. You'll protect yourself.
The guy's not going to be turtled, you know? So even like guys are like taking knees down and they're like this on the ground already. It's like, they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
You know what you're doing, bro. That's so lame. And then if I come in and do something wrong, you get a takedown and you're on top now.
Right.
Like, come on,
well,
bro.
Like,
that's just
one
too
of the reasons
favored
why
one
people
side.
are so mad at Aljamain when Aljamain won the title from Piotr Jan. Piotr hits him with an illegal knee when he was down. But that knee should be legal.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to be on your knees in a fight.
So.
Yeah,
I think so.
Are you able to move?
So.
If they're not stopping the fight, that means you can move.
Even with what you said, you pulling at the elbow, the 12-6 elbow.
Yeah.
I'm like, brother. I never know why they took it out, right? And then you said, I think so in one of your interviews a long time ago, you said they took it out because they saw a guy break ice with that, doing that, right?
Break bricks on
break
ESPN
bricks or whatever, right?
12 in the morning.
Yeah, guess what? That guy can break a brick with a headbutt. That guy can break a brick with turning the elbow this way.
Yeah.
That guy can break a brick turning the elbow upwards.
Yeah.
And guess what? We can still throw that thing. So why are you taking that away from on the ground?
Big John McCarthy told me that. It was just the people at the athletic commissions back in the time. Well, you know, Big John had this unenviable role where he had to go to these places and explain to them that there's rules involved in MMA. And then you get morons like, what about this? I saw someone do that and break a brick. You can't do that. Okay. No 12-6 elbows.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It was a dumbass rule. And that the only loss on John Jones' record is
a
12-6
elbow.
Yeah.
And then even that, like even when I'm on my back, the 12-6 follow you, right? So I can't go like this, like from my back.
Crazy.
But then, and then they're like, yeah, but you can't go like this. But if you go like this. I'm
Oh,
like, that's the
God.
same exact. This is the same exact thing
It's so
as this.
stupid.
I just at the end, I'm
So
twisting
stupid.
it. You know, like
it's so
come
stupid.
on, bro.
Also, it's like, especially this elbow, I don't feel like this elbow is as hard as this elbow.
No way, bro. This is not like, I
Yeah.
can't. Even if I mounted you, right? Like
Yeah.
how John Joe's mounted, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what you gotta do? You gotta like crunch your abs, like to get all of here. This is like I'm going.
Yeah,
my
so
whole
much.
shoulder, my whole
Yes.
body is coming into
Yes.
you. So.
There's so much more in that one. And you can't have a thing where a guy can protect himself by doing that, and then you can't throw that one technique. That's crazy. That's crazy. That doesn't make
That
any
is
sense.
crazy. That is crazy.
There's just a bunch of dumb rules like that. But I think the cage provides this problem for soccer kicks and stomps and knees
Yeah,
on the
because
ground.
you're stuck. It's like a
yeah.
wall, right?
Yeah.
It's like a wall, right? And I understand that, but guess what? Don't go to the fucking cage, dog. You know the cage
Yeah.
is there, brother. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
I, bro, the cage is my buddy.
Maybe
I
they could
love
have
the
a
cage.
rule where they say like no knees or stomps when a fighter's touching the cage.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like if
Yes.
but then you're gonna start seeing guys if in the middle
Right.
crawling their ass all the way to the
Right.
cage now. You know?
Right. Right. That's
So,
true. Well,
is
people
it-
are always going to try to
As soon,
game
yeah,
the
as soon as
system.
you get a damn rule, people are gonna game it all the time, and that's
Well,
what
you know,
it is.
my thought they should have a basketball court. My thought just guys should fight in the center of like an open flat place, just like
Just like what they do
with
for
basketball.
but just what they
Yeah.
do for even for grappling matches.
Yeah.
But guys are gonna fall over, and then what's gonna happen?
Well, you don't have multiple matches going on like they
Yeah.
do with that. Don't have it on a platform. Just have it on the ground.
Oh yeah,
Just
that
have it on
makes
the
sense.
ground. Like have guys. I mean, you know how wild that would be. If we're all sitting there in the arena and there's no cage, and these dudes just walk out in the center of this big open mat.
I mean, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, just have a
Suck for
warning
me though,
zone.
because then I love the cage, bro.
You would love no cage too, though.
I just love the cage for takedown purposes.
Right.
Whenever somebody put me like, go to the cage. Cage is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys don't like it because they think you're losing the fight, but like, it is what it is. But
It would be
but
harder
no
to get
cage,
up.
no cage would be smart though because
Yeah.
what you said, I see what you're saying, but
You would see
so
more.
much guys is gonna like get you to a point and they're gonna shoot so like like the Islams and the Khabibs, that kind of fighting style. They're gonna shoot so low because you don't have a cage,
Right.
and it's gonna keep driving you to forever land, until you get hit and then you gotta restart or whatever.
Maybe,
so.
but it might stop a lot of takedowns because it's gonna have a much more realistic scenario. Instead of being able to charge up to a guy against the cage, get your hands up against his
Yeah.
butt, lift him, and take him down, where he can't go anywhere. His
Yeah.
back's
Yeah,
against the
yeah,
cage.
yeah,
I mean, Khabib took so many guys down up
Off the
against the
cage,
cage.
yeah,
So
yeah.
many guys do that.
Yeah,
They
a lot
take
of
guys
guys-
down off the cage.
Yeah.
And if you got a guy who's gonna like keep moving and push you away
Yeah,
and keep moving and then circle out, now you got to take him down again. It could change the whole dynamic of fighting.
It could. I can
Getting
see-
up
I
is
can
gonna
see
be way
both.
harder.
It's gonna be way harder. I love the cage for get ups.
I have another thought about that.
Yeah.
I think if a guy takes you down at the end of the round, you start in that same position for round 2.
You think so? That'd be
Yeah.
pretty gangster. Because guys wouldn't care. Some guys just take it off like, whatever. You take me down, I'm only gonna be stand up anyway.
Well, you got to think it's a fight,
Or
right?
or like even your rule, like if you're getting hold down from that last round, then you start from getting hold down, right?
Yeah.
That's the same rule, right?
That's what I think. If say if a guy takes you down and he's got you mounted, and it's the end of the first round, I feel like you start mounted in the second round.
That
Start-
sounds crazy.
Because
It sounds like you should start a fighting.
It is a
fighting show.
fight, right? It's a fight. It's not 5 individual fights.
Yeah.
So if you have a 5-round fight and every fight starts standing up, for a guy like Pereira, that's a massive advantage.
Yeah. And
But-
especially after, imagine he got taken down and it just took his ass beaten for one round, you know?
Now imagine Pereira fights John Jones, and they fight John Jones for the light heavyweight title at 5 rounds. John takes Pereira down in the first round, and at the end of the round, John's got him mounted, and Pereira rides out the bell. Well, the round starts, round 2, with John Jones mounting him because it's one fight. It's not 5 fights. So if you start a new fight, now you're starting standing up again. But you're not standing up.
Yeah.
The fight is still going on.
That's crazy.
Put
but
him
then
back in the same spot.
Then they'd have to change the whole judging to the whole fight. Like
That's how it should
judging.
be.
Yeah, it should be. I feel like it should be that way. Like,
Yeah.
why are we fighting rounds?
I think Pride had it right.
Yeah.
Pride had it right. They judged the fight as a whole, and they judged the end of the fight. It was more important.
Yeah.
Who's winning at the end?
who's
Just
the
like
winning fight?
schoolyard.
Yeah.
If you are outboxing a guy and there's no teachers around,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he takes you down and he starts beating your ass and you can't get up, and then the ref or those teachers come and pull him off. everybody's going to think that guy won the fight.
Yeah.
They're not going to say, yeah, but
he's getting his ass whooped standing up.
Tom controlled him on the feet for 3 minutes. He only took him down for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
They give a shit about like who's winning at the end of the fight.
Exactly, bro. That'd be. I mean, it's kind of cheat, you know. It favoritism my ass that we stand on the feet every time, but that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool because now you would see guys fight much harder to get up now.
Right.
So like if I'm on my ground, I'm on my back.
Right.
And the round, like you see guys be like, 30 seconds.
Well, it's the best.
You know what I mean? Like I just hold on to you for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and then now because I know in my mind, like, I'm standing up. Like we're gonna come out standing. But if you tell me 30 seconds and holy shit, new round, I'm gonna start on my back. I need to fucking get up. You know what I mean? I need to like create a scramble or something. You know? So it's not so indefinite that we start here. I think, bro. I think it changes the game. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe
I like the idea, and what I like the idea about it because it's much more like a real fight. So this is supposed to be the sport of real fighting, right? That's really what it is. Like what works the best. That's what MMA is. And if you have limited techniques, like you can't use a knee to a downed opponent, you can't do this to a downed opponent. Well, that fucks things up. And then if you have the cage where the guy can use the cage, that fucks things up because the guy could use the cage to take guys down. They could use the cage to stand back up. So the cage becomes a factor.
Yep.
And then you have the fact that every round starts standing up. So if you busted your ass to take this guy down the first down,
yeah,
you took damage to get a hold of this guy. You take him down the first round. You have 10 seconds to go in the first round. You mount him. You're on top of him. Bang, the horn blows. Fuck. Now you got to start standing
now
up
I gotta
again.
take him down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if Chael against that Anderson fight, if he could have came back from the ground every time,
Right. Crazy.
changes it. You know,
everything. Changes
I
everything.
mean, he could have got triangled sooner, or
That's true.
you know what I mean, or he could have finished the guy. You know,
Yeah.
we don't know. You know, this is a bunch of what ifs, but
It's a bunch
that's
of what
crazy.
ifs,
You know,
but it's also taken into consideration that it is supposed to be one fight. It's not supposed to be 5 fights. You know, and like to have every fight start in the advantageous position for the striker when he didn't earn a get up.
yeah. After getting it, bro. I mean, we do. They already kind of do that, right? Like when you're against the cage or something happened and they break you, they put you right back into that situation. So why would I? Fuck, it'd suck for strikers. You know, strikers worldwide. I'm sorry, but if this is the way to prove that you're the baddest man alive, sign me up for it, brother. Because I'm here for it. If you take my ass down, and I use a bell to get us back to stand up, that's kind of lame, bro. Like you need to get your ass up. You know that you're not considered the baddest
You might not
man.
be able to get your ass up in a fight that you would have lost under the current rules because you might start standing up in the second round, and this dude says, "All right, fuck this guy. I'm not going to clinch with him now. I'm going to kick his calves. I'm going to move around."
You need to talk to somebody, brother. 'Cause that'd be pretty cool.
Nobody listens to me.
Maybe UFC 400 they do something.
Bro, I had all sorts of plans. They don't listen to me. And I wouldn't listen to me either. They got a great business that's real successful. You can't make all these changes. That's ridiculous. My other thing that I would say is you got to get rid of weight cutting, and you can do it. It can be done with hydration tests, and you got to give people more options for weight classes. They should have an option every 10 pounds minimum.
Every 10 pounds would be cool. I think with the weight cutting would be fun without no weight cutting, but then we see guys like other promotions and people are missing the hydration test anyway. So like people are still trying to do, they're just they're going to get whatever you do, they're going to gain it because somebody always is going to look for the advantage no matter what it is.
But there's a way to do it where if you have a big organization like the UFC, think about what they do with drug-free sport now. It used to be USADA. They'll find you wherever you are and give you a random drug test. Well, why can't they find you and put you on a fucking scale and get a hydration read on you and go,
and make
Max,
sure,
you're 172 pounds. Like, you're not 145 pounds, Max. You're a 172-pound fighter. So you could probably be healthy and fully hydrated at 165. That's probably where you should fight. Unless you want to do something crazy to lose a lot of weight. Lose a lot of weight. Like go running every day for 100 miles.
The only, it's funny because then a lot of people always ask me, or even when I started dating my wife first, she's like, she's like, oh, you're that heavy. Like, why did you fight at this? I'm like, I only do it because everybody else is doing this shit. You know, like if I don't do it, then I'll fight a 170er. You know, like imagine my ass stepping in there fighting like a Jose, not a Jose, but like a George St. Pierre.
Right.
Yeah, bro, that guy is fucking huge.
He's
you know
pretty
what I mean,
big.
bro? He's
or
huge.
Kamaru.
Kamaru, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Leon is a
Huge.
big boy
Leon's
too.
huge. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, everybody just do it because everyone's doing it.
Exactly. They have to do it but all those guys are 200 pounds. All those 170s.
200 plus.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're 200
crazy.
pounds.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're all those guys like Hamzat's gigantic.
Hamza is not even 170 anymore.
No,
Yeah.
185.
I didn't even know how he
it.
made 170. You remember? Bro, he's big, that's why.
I wonder if he could have made it when New York pulled his card, because the thing about New York is they've done stuff like that before. Like they wouldn't let you cut the weight when you were supposed to be fighting Khabib.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Ally Quinta took
yeah.
your place.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. That was unreal. Unfortunate, but like I
You
said,
could have made that weight though, I bet.
bro, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was just stupidity. You know, it was 10 days. I was with somebody doing my nutrition stuff at the end. He did a freaking interview. He said how much I was super heavy, and the freaking commission saw it, and they fucking was on my ass. I was like, bro, if you didn't say shit, we would have been fine, you know?
Right.
But then that's what happened.
Yeah.
People open your mouth. That's how I love like a tight-knit, small team, you know? It's like nothing happens, nothing gets out. Anything happens is like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
can't say that. You
Yeah.
can't, especially in New York. You could
New
say
York,
it in
brother.
Vegas.
In New York, yeah. Vegas, they don't give a shit.
And it was also New York when they just started
They didn't
having fights.
they did. That's what I was saying. Like when New York was stood against MMA, like they stood was against MMA, you know. And then that happened, and yeah, I remember, bro. Fucking guy came in. I looked sucked out of my life, and they was like, "Yeah, you're not fighting." I'm like,
How heavy were you? How much weight
I was
were
like
you
3
over?
pounds off, bro.
That's it?
Yeah, and we had like a bunch. Like we had like, I still think we had like 3 hours left.
Oh, you could have made it.
Yeah, it was fine, you know.
I think Hamzat, they pulled him. I don't know what he was when they pulled him. Then he started drinking water, and then he weighed 178, I believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was way over.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But I wasn't excited about that fight.
Who was he fighting?
Nate Diaz.
Oh, Nate.
Yeah, I was like, that is a.
Then what happened? Who did he fight? He fought somebody else, right?
Nate fought Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
And he fought Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Which is also, Kevin Holland was preparing for someone else.
Yeah.
He was
They
preparing
changed the
for
fight,
Danny
right?
Rodriguez, who's a striker. And then all of a sudden he's fighting this insane wrestler.
Yeah, and then that's what happened with the fake glove touch, and he took him down. And
Yeah. Hamzat is, who's he fighting next?
Whitaker. Robert, bro.
That's right.
Robert,
That's
bro.
right.
I'm looking forward to that one. If there's someone who can kind of neglect the wrestling, I think it's Whitaker.
Yeah.
I think it's Whitaker, bro. And then Kamzat is strong, but bro, that Burns fight like showed a lot. Like it showed a lot. Like if you can hit this guy and continue to hit him, it's gonna be a fun fight.
And Kamaru Usman fight, because Kamaru was winning the third round.
Bro, so
And he had 10 days.
yeah,
to get ready for
and
that
what?
fight.
And when I tell everybody, like against a Cosmot, you know, like with a Cosmot with the wrestling, it's like if you pull up his fight, brother, if you go watch the Cosmot fight against Usman, the only time he takes down Usman is when Usman wrestles him back. When Usman is like anti-wrestling, fighting his wrist, not letting him connect his hands, no takedowns. But as soon as Usman was like, okay, I'm just gonna wrestle back, and like he starts to like grab the stomach and stuff, you get taken down, you get picked down. I'm like, brother, like you should just anti-wrestle this guy. You was beating him in the striking too.
But I think it was also Kamaru didn't know what his cardio was like.
Like yeah, so he had
He
to.
didn't trust
yeah,
his
yeah,
conditioning.
Yeah.
He just wasn't prepared to
Yeah.
go full out. And Hamzat knew that. So Hamzat put that grappling pressure on him immediately to try to wear him out.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
I don't like those 10-day fights, man.
It's it's shitty because no one's gonna talk about the 10 days. You know what I mean? Like
Unless
like
you're Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Right? So Tom Aspinall takes it on like 11 days
Yeah.
and he knocks out Pavlovich and he
Yeah.
becomes the interim title holder.
Exactly, but then like even with that, like they just consider interim. You know, he's
Right.
he won the interim. They're not even talking about the day. Everybody would bring up the 10. You know, like even with like the Volk fight, it's like, oh yeah, Volk is this, the Volk is that, but then. Oh, he got knocked out from this guy, and then he got knocked out again. I'm like, yeah, but he got knocked out on 10 days, brother. It's crazy,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, people keep forgetting about that because they don't give a shit.
Well, they forget about that also because if you go back before that second fight with Islam, Volk is considered to be the number one pound-for-pound guy in the world.
And many believe that they thought he won the fight. You know what I mean?
I
In
thought
the first
he won
fight.
the first fight. I
So-
thought it was real close, but I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, I think there was like one round where I think it's the second round, where it's up in the air. You go like, I think. But again, at the end of the fight, he's on top of Islam and he's pounding on him, which was just nuts to see.
Crazy, bro.
Nuts
to think a 45er who is going to come up and do that to the guy who does that to everybody in his weight class was insane, bro. He's a legend, bro.
He's
Volk's
a legend,
brother.
But that's why it's like sucks to take a 10-day fight and then you get KO'd. One of the worst ways to get KO'd.
Brother, and then, bro, I'm in the back. I don't know if you guys saw this clip, but I'm in the back. And the UFC is doing this promo thing, right? After I think so. Not after. It was before. I don't know. It was before one of the fights, but they're doing the promo clip when I was warming up and I was watching the fights. They did this clip and they're showing like all the old clips. Blah blah. They show Volk walking out. Yeah, and then the next clip is side by side and him getting knocked out by two guys. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn, this game sucks. What a shitty turn of events. I was like, oh look, Volk, and then the fucking next two clip is side by side of him. His two knockout losses, and I'm like, wow, this shit is heartless, bro. This game ain't for the weak, bro.
No, it's heartless.
This game is not for the weak.
It's heartless how quickly your life can turn around if you're a guy like Volk. You go from being the man to being dismissed. You know,
to being like, oh yeah, we don't want to fight, bro. Like,
because like Ilya didn't want to grant him a rematch.
Ilya didn't want to fight nobody in the top fucking 15, brother.
Well, who does he want to fight?
Brother, himself. I don't know. Motherfucker want to fight himself, bro. What the hell is going on, bro? This guy, brother. This is the man, bro. This is the guy we're dealing with, bro. This is the guy we're dealing with. So we had a Bible verse off on Twitter. Everybody's like saying freaking 10-8 Holloway because the verse I used against him, and then he writes and I don't say nothing. That's all I said. And then he writes like a freaking paragraph, bro, to me. Like I didn't even read it. That's how long it was. He writes a paragraph to me, brother. I didn't read it. And I was just tripping out. I was like, it was like an angry girlfriend text, you know? Like my wife don't even text me like that. So I was like, I read the first 2 sentences. I was like, I'm not reading this, bro. What the hell is going on with you? You know? But I don't know what's going on.
I love that you didn't read it,
brother. I don't know what's going on, bro. I was like, I read the first 2 and then I saw you had to scroll. I was like, what the fuck? Did I make my wife mad? I had to make sure that wasn't her, you know? Like, what the hell?
That's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know who he wants to fight next, but I mean, I guess he feels like he's the champ, he can call the shots. But I know that he turned down the Perth one, the 305, the Volkanovski rematch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The question is like, if you're in Volkanovski's corner, let's say this now because we can say it now, right? Because we couldn't say it after the first Islam fight. But you take a fight like the Islam fight, you get KO'd, bad head kick.
You chill, bro.
And yeah, you chill for how long?
At least 6 months with no stuff. And I'm like, maybe you could
no sparring.
Yeah. And then he could have came back on 300.
Yeah.
He could have headlined 300, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You could have been, I would have told the UFC, like, hey, look, bro, I did you guys a solid. You did me solids very much. Let me rest my head. Let's save this Etora, but maybe we go on 300.
I feel like the UFC should tell him that, too.
Yeah, you know.
If I was a matchmaker, I think they
was. I think they was, you know,
he
like,
wanted it.
cause then I was like telling Tim them like, brother, like if Ilya needs somebody, let me know. Like tell UFC, let him know. And UFC came back and said like, this crazy mother ever wants to fight.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I think it's him and his team, and even with his team, like even with
But he's such a property.
Yeah.
Right? He's so important.
Yeah.
To risk him like that again after a head kick knockout to Makhachev.
Yeah. And then like you can mentally and physically say you're ready, right? But then something wasn't right, you know? Like go watch, like, you know, this guy's a rugby player, you know? I played him 3 times and this guy's head is always head first. Like he's always like, I fought him 3 times, brother. And like it's accidental, it's not hard, but he's like a rugby guy, so his head is always coming in, you know? Like like me and him like head butted a couple of times. It is like not big ones, not like career changing ones, but it's just his head is forward. He's a rugby guy. He's in that huddle shit, right? Tell me why when he fights this fight, he's like being uncharacteristic and like kind of throwing and then going back, you know? Right. So it's like, it was just a different, you know, I'm not taking nothing.
Compromised.
Yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from Ilya. Like it is what it is. He fought Volk at a perfect time, but like if somebody can look me in the eyes, dead in the eyes, and be like, bro, that was the same Volk that's been, you know, doing this thing at 45,
right?
I will call you a dead ass liar, brother. I'll be like, you're a serial killer because you're a psychopath if you think that's the same man.
You get compromised by knockouts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The question is, how much time do you give yourself to recover, and can you get back to 100%? I don't think you can get back to 100% from a head kick knockout in a few months.
No, bro, and
And
the
then you have
thing
to
is-
do some sparring to get ready for it, and that can't. They spar.
And that's the thing. And city kickboxing is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eugene is a great coach.
Eugene's a genius.
And I'm sure Eugene was probably in his ear. You know what I mean? And telling him. But then again, it's just.
Well, he's a dominator.
Yeah.
He knows how to win, and
Yeah.
but you can't run a race with a bad suspension.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta let that thing heal up.
But then sometimes you're your own enemy. You know what I mean? Like he probably wanted that erased in his mind, thinking that like this. No, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna do this, and this is just gonna be forgotten. You
Take
know what
out
I mean?
this young buck.
Yeah, and just
dominate my
remind
division.
everybody. You know,
I'm still the GOAT.
But it just happens because then what if he goes out there and he did get it done? You know what I mean? That would have been amazing, right? And we all would have been wrong. But then for head injury rise, like I said earlier in our conversation with Justin, like Justin's taking 6 months off of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, bro, like 6 months at least no contact. Just chill. But like this guy, like you probably got a good freaking nice payday for that second Islam fight, even the first Islam fight. You know, so you do. Yeah, you do favors for UFC. They take care of you. You know, at the end of the day, I've been with this company for a real long time, so I know this stuff. So it's like he should. I feel like selfishly he should have just rested. Bro.
I feel like you have
Just
to
for-
protect. You have to protect the champion
and not
from their own
even
instincts.
not even as a fighter, bro. Like as a person, like you know, I shared the octagon. This guy, I'd like to call him my freaking arch nemesis. People like to make things, but I like him as a person, brother. He's a father to beautiful daughters. You know what I mean? He got a family, so like, bro, just take your time off. You know, enjoy, go with them, do that. You know, and it happens though. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies. You know what I mean? Like and being in his shoes, I couldn't say, because if that happened to me, I would want to be like that. Like, fuck this, I want to go kill this kid. Let me go kill this kid and remind people, and then.
But you have to have
happens,
people
you know?
close to you that can stop that.
That's good, and he does, bro. But like at the end of the day, it's just maybe he just trumped him. He's like maybe he had a trump card, and he's like, look, I listened to you guys before, but trust me, I got this. And like, how do you not believe a guy like him? You know,
Well, he had an iron chin before that.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Iron chin.
brother. You see his size of his head, brother.
Yeah, he takes a shot.
Brother.
But the fact that Topuria put him out with one shot.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, damn. And absolutely, Topuria is a knockout striker. He has beautiful boxing, beautiful
nice
form.
boxing, bro.
His technique is outstanding. His power is tremendous. No doubt about it. He can knock anybody out. But it's the way it happened, and that the shying away that we were talking about earlier
Was perfect shot, bro.
He just hit
and
him.
he did it. Yeah, he put his head down.
Yeah.
He knew his head was going to be there. Put his head down.
Yeah.
Swings for. And that's what Topuria does, bro. He swings. When he
Yeah.
swings, he swings all his might, and it's nice technique. It's not like wild swinging all his might. He's swinging all his might, technique wise, knowing that, like analyzing, like your head is probably going to be here. I'm just going to throw the throw. You know.
The Jai Herbert one was amazing.
Yeah.
That was one after the head kick. He knocked him out in the second round.
To come back after a head
And that's
kick, bro. That was early.
155.
Yeah.
You know, he's a small 155.
Yeah.
That's not really the weight class for him.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
45, he's perfect. But it's just, I mean, he could fight at 55 too. Make no mistake about it. Just like you did, go up correctly. But Jai Herbert is a long, tall dude.
Long dude, yeah.
He's long.
Long, tall dude.
I feel like for a fighter like Alexander Volkanovski, he's like a legacy fighter. He's a guy that's like, he's a legend. He's one of the most dominant champions in any division. And for a guy like that, you got to kind of know the mindset, but don't let him do something
Off the wall.
Don't
Off
take
the wall, right?
Don't take a fight with Makhachev
Yeah.
on 10 days' notice when you haven't been training. You've just been drinking
Drinking, yeah.
and hanging out.
Yeah,
I know
and
you think you can do
yeah.
it, and maybe you can do it, but you probably
Yeah, shouldn't,
you're not going to
right?
be 100%.
And that's the tough thing, you know. It's like I hate when, like, you know, he said that, and then things happen, and then they talk about what's going on. It's like, brother, like, just give the man his due. You know, you took the fight. You know what you did. Why the hell I got to tell you what I was doing this whole time? You know, like at the end of the day, I'll just be like, well, he was just a better night. You know, like, I
know what you're saying.
with a lot of fighters, like the most irritating thing. There's two things that irritate me about fighters, bro: sore losers and then sore winners, bro. Like people that win and still talk like, oh, this, and this. I'm like, you won the damn fight, so what? Like, why are you
Right.
telling us all this shit? You know,
Right.
like I hate guys who do that. So, and I hate that's like whenever you see me lose or you see me win, bro. I give nothing but respect to the next guy because I don't know what they've been going through. I don't know what kind of obstacles they had to do, because I know what obstacles I had to. I'm not gonna say shit, but if you want to say stuff like even Justin, like Justin ain't saying, bro, he's finally doing he's doing all kind of media now, and bro, he just saying Max a dog, you know, congrats to him, you know. We went out there to fight, like even with him, people are trying to be like, oh, you lost your title shot, like how do you feel? It's like, I don't care. That's a BMF, brother. Justin is wired different. You know, like we wired different. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us fighters, like even people tell me, why are you doing this? Bro, I'm wired different, bro. I want to fight the best guys. You know, like that's just it. I want to fight the best guys in the world. If you guys think this is the best guy, why you think I've been calling DC's fat ass out for so long? He's the best guy, brother. I didn't fight him. And then DC had the audacity fight week to tell me if he made 45, I was like, brother, you make 45, I'm killing you. Right now it's a fight. But if DC, you try to make 45, I'm going to kill you, brother. But right now it's a fair fight because you're so heavy.
He would
you
have
know?
to chop both his legs off,
Brother,
and he still wouldn't make 45.
Brother, he would have to do so much, bro. He looked like Mr. Potato Head. Can you pull your body apart like Mr. Potato Head?
I
Come
think
on.
DC could have made 85.
I think he could have.
Yeah,
I think
when he was 205, he was never lean.
I think he could have, brother.
Yeah.
If he really wanted to, but he loved food, bro.
I know,
He
but
loves food,
imagine
bro.
that guy at 85. Good lord.
Oh my gosh,
Good
bro,
Lord.
that'd be his normal weight class, because
That's his real weight class.
he would actually be the height wise of people at 85ers. I mean, there is some tall 85ers. Don't get me wrong, but him in heavyweight, brother, he's like,
I know.
he gets dwarfed.
It's crazy.
Brother, he's dwarfed there. That's insane that he fought at heavyweight. You
I know, and he won the
And
title,
won.
and he knocked out Stipe.
Stipe, the
Crazy.
GOAT, bro.
Crazy.
The heavyweight GOAT that people consider, he knocked him out, bro.
Yep. Crazy.
Fought
But then
John
you see in the
Jones a
second
couple times,
fight,
you know?
And then you see in
Yeah.
the second fight, he's really not a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And then you see in the third fight, like it's not right.
Yeah. You
Yes.
can tell, bro. He just loves to eat, bro. He's a Louisiana boy, bro.
does,
He loves those. He loves those little. They're freaking, when they make their pots, their crab boils and stuff, brother.
It's going to be interesting, though, to see someone at 85 that's that caliber of wrestler. Like, so someone who's of a DC caliber of wrestling does rise up through the Olympic ranks and then gets into the 185-pound division and has the same kind of punching power.
Is there anyone that is there?
Not that weight class, not in the UFC. No.
Is there?
There's some real good
is
wrestlers
Bull
like
Nickel-
Johnny Eblen.
Is
He's
Bull
real
Nickel
good.
like a Olympic wrestler too, or no?
He's that
was?
caliber.
He
Yes,
was.
that caliber. But Bo Nickel, he'll tell you he's got a lot of work to do. Like
Yeah, but
that,
he's
he was
striking,
very
yeah.
upset with his last fight.
Oh yeah, bro,
Didn't like his last fight.
crazy. I saw that. But I'm like, brother, you do what you
I know, he
do what
won.
you had to do, bro.
He won.
You know?
But Cody Brundage is good, and
Yeah.
he gave him some troubles, and
Yeah.
he gave him some trouble standing up. He's going to have a real hard time with the elite strikers at that weight class if they have good takedown defense. But his wrestling is far above and beyond most people in that division.
Yeah, but then that's the beauty of our sport, right? That is the beauty of our sport. I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
never did any type of wrestling, and I feel like I could wrestle with the best of them in an MMA fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm even crazy enough to be like, bro, I'll go wrestle you at a wrestle practice. I don't give a shit. You know what's the worst you're gonna do? You're gonna ragdoll me? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. But what happens when you don't? And I make it a wrestling, and you're like, holy fuck, this
Right.
guy's actually pretty good, So at the end of the day, that's why you just gotta be great. That's how I love MMA, bro. And one punch, one kick, one knee,
Yep.
one elbow, one takedown. You know what I mean? Like even takedown. Like how much times you take someone down, your shoulder land in their stomach, change the whole fight. They're like, oh, you
Yep.
breathing hard, brother? What's
Yep.
going on there? You know,
Yeah.
you start laying on guys. It's that's why MMA is beautiful, bro. You don't know what is going on.
You don't know what's going to go on, and it's so many different things can happen. How about that Zhang Weili Yan Xiaonan fight?
Oh, crazy, bro. We was watching it in the back. They're good, bro.
Bro, when Yan Xiaonan decided not to tap and went out and then woke up at the end of the first round, like when the bell rang, and Zhang Weili lets go of her, and she's like, what is happening? And she goes right back to her corner, and they're like, is that legal? She's out. She was out cold
I didn't
at
see
the
that
end of the
part.
first
Oh,
round.
man.
Bro, she was out cold.
Can we see that clip?
Yeah,
I
out
wanna see
cold.
that clip.
She was
That's
out
crazy.
cold. She was out cold.
But that's insane, right?
She wouldn't tap.
That's insane because I
Gangster.
just saw a lot of the I didn't see that part, but then I saw like the second, maybe the third round and on, and like they was battling, bro.
Oh, they were battling.
They
It
were
was a crazy
battling,
fight,
bro.
man. Yan Xiaonan is a beast. She's good, man. She's good. And she's so gangster. The fact she wouldn't tap, fully locked in,
Brother,
rear
these
naked
guy-
choke,
these-
goes to sleep.
These guys is like, I don't dishonor my family, bro. They next level, bro.
Next
They're
level.
These guys are they're warriors,
Yeah.
bro. People don't understand. Like a lot of these out of country fighters, bro. They're insane, bro. It's insane when you see an outside fight, like a out of country fighter quit. Cause a lot of them don't. They come from almost the like Charles. Them they come from the slums, and
Yep.
China they come from places where it's like you almost get bred into being a fighter. You know, it's like this is what you're gonna do. This is it.
Like
you know?
Shopcott.
Yeah.
Shopcott Rachmanov.
Yeah.
So that dude's a
Crazy.
beast.
Crazy, bro.
Apparently, he fought that fight with like a broken foot or something. He had something wrong with him. His last fight
Yeah, I'm not sure.
with Wonder Boy. That's why he took him down, submitted
Oh
him.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, bro. Oh my God,
He couldn't strike because he had something wrong
bro,
with him.
even when he fought Neil,
Yeah.
bro. What is his name? What is his
Jeff
name?
Neal?
Yeah, Jeff Neal,
Yeah.
bro. And he freaking said, who does that to him, bro? You know how strong you gotta be to do that to Jeff Neal.
Yeah.
Jeff Neal was 200 pounds that night. They said.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Jeff Neal's good.
He
too,
gained
man.
30 pounds, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that guy is weird strong, bro. They just.
I know. It
bro.
doesn't look it.
No,
That's
no,
crazy.
not at all. But to squeeze someone's neck off like that,
I
bro,
know.
standing.
That's
like
one
a-
hook in.
That was almost like a bully, like a bully show. Like, I got you, say
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uncle, you know, like that's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. In my
Yeah.
mind, I was looking at it that way, like that is insane. And how you do it to Neil? Neil's a tough son of a gun, bro.
Very
And he
good.
punches hard, and he landed hard shots.
Yeah.
And Chaga was like, boom, boom, okay, now I choke you,
It's a wild time for talent. There's so many guys.
brother. And you know what is cool? It's a wild time for talent, and it's in every weight class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how certain weight classes, like they got this and that, whatever. But it's like in almost every weight class.
So here it is. This is the end of the round. So Yan Xiaonan is fully out here.
Oh, yeah, she's out
John
cold.
Whaley's got, look at, it's a perfect rear naked. She's fully out. Like out cold right now. Bell rings. Lets her go. Out cold.
Lucky she woke up.
Look at, like, man, she don't know what the fuck's going on.
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah, she was out. Out. So if you watch the
Bro,
release,
she's dead. She's dead at like 12 seconds.
Yeah, if you watch
Not
the,
12.
I mean, that is a fully locked. Look at that.
7
The-
seconds, she go out.
Look at the palm placement too.
Yeah.
The back of the head. I mean, she's
No.
doing it perfectly.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Right there.
She's
out. Out. So look at her hands are completely limp. So she's out. And the referee puts his hands on her. She gets up. And she's like, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
She literally doesn't know where she's going.
To the death.
To the death.
To the death.
To the death.
Brother.
Yeah. Woof. Woof.
Brother, imagine you gotta fight someone like that. That's next level, bro. That's a BMF.
Yeah.
You know what's wild about
Amazing.
that BMF? When somebody asked Dana was like, it's like, oh, what about the BMF? Are you gonna make it for girls? And Dana was like, the BMF is for whoever. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, what, Dana? You
does
can't
that
be
mean?
saying, yeah, that's exactly. He's like, anybody can fight for the BMF. I was like, Dana,
What
you
does that
can't-
mean?
You can't be telling me.
Kayla Harrison's going to try to challenge you for the BMF. Let her fight at
Imagine it,
55
bro.
again.
You can't be saying that shit, Dana. What the hell is going
Yeah,
on?
that's ridiculous. Don't say that.
Oh, man.
Don't say that. Yeah, that's crazy. But they might have a female BMF one day.
I should, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Whaley's up there.
Yeah.
John is up
But
there.
you can't be a motherfucker if you're a girl.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call
I
it,
guess.
BDF? Well, I guess you could if it's a lesbian wins it.
Oh, my God.
You know?
That's terrible.
I guess.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I mean, what are we saying?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, a motherfucker is a different thing. But if you didn't understand our language and you said the baddest motherfucker, like what?
They'd be looking at you. What is this?
They're right. Other countries that like have to translate the BMF, they're like,
Yeah.
what are they saying?
Yeah. bro. I forgot we was fighting for the BMF too. You know, when Bruce was, I never ever got an and new, brother. I don't know if you. I think I told you before.
You never got an N new?
Yeah. So when I won the interim title,
Right.
it was like and now. So when I beat Pettis, and then when I fought Aldo, it was and now. Again, I was like, bro, you owe me an and new. So I never ever got the and new. I gave Bruce like a hard time about it, and then I got my and new now. But I was tripping out when I was going there, and I was like in there waiting. I was like, what the fuck is Bruce taking so long? Did you not just see the knockout, brother? I won.
Right.
Just say I won, or get my hand raised, and then he was like, and new undisputed BMF. I was like,
you got an
shit.
and new.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, finally got it.
Yeah.
But we need an undisputed and new, so.
So are you in a holding pattern now? How does it work? Like in terms of what happens for you in the future?
We see what happens, man. We see what happens. I mean,
So you see what happens in New Jersey.
yeah, we see what happened in New Jersey. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. All I know is Dana White pulled my ass after the fight and be like, brother, things are about to change, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the change, Dana. Let us know. We be sitting, we're waiting right now. They gave me like a 30-day no contact. You know, like the normal thing that they do after a fight. A lot of people don't know that. Everybody's like, what does it mean? 30 days. What, are you okay? I'm like, brother, this is just This is just regular stuff that we gotta rest after a fight. So I'm doing that right now. Me and Tim, they didn't hit us about anything really. You know, like I said, Ilya writing paragraphs over to us on Twitter. That's another
What did he
thing.
say? Can I see what he said?
I didn't even know what he said.
I
bro.
want to see what he says.
I don't even think you're gonna read through the whole thing, too, bro. You might read half of it and just stop reading.
He's an interesting guy. He says he gets drunk the week of the fight, like the night before the weigh-ins.
I saw that he drinks.
Drinks
He
wine.
drinks wine to
Does
make
he get a
weight.
buzz? You relax. Because
Good for
it
him,
drains you
bro.
out.
If it works, he never missed weight. So
No,
that's
I mean,
awesome.
I guess you could do it. Look, dehydrating yourself to make weight is horrible for you.
Yeah.
If you're already doing that, I don't think
Yeah,
wine
look at
is
that.
gonna
That's
fuck
like
you
an
up.
ugly.
The
That's
only thing
like an
questionable
angry
about
person.
me is whether
yeah.
I finish you by KO or submission. I just beat the guy that beat. Well, I was doing math.
Yeah.
Not once,
Exactly.
not twice, but 3 times. You now have one thing that keeps you relevant, and that would grant you a money fight, the BMF belt. I no longer fight for money, but for legacy. Already? He's already fighting for legacy. No longer fighting for money.
Brother,
That's pretty quick.
he got gifted an Ashton Martin or something that I saw. Somebody told me. So
Winning
good for
that
him.
belt while holding my title will cement me as the first to hold both belts, the first to knock out Volk, and what most certainly will happen when we fight, the first one to put you to sleep. Something to calm you down is this: God doesn't shame anyone. You will have a worthy defeat against a champ. Wow, this is like Roman shit. You will have a worthy defeat against a champion who will be remembered for eternity. I decide who, when, and where. If you don't like the terms, I'm sure Ortega will oblige.
Bro, how you calling out Ortega, right?
That's
right
kinda
now.
crazy.
How is Ortega like even ranked in the he just beat Yair, right? But then he
Yeah.
was like away for like 3 years, and I even see him calling for a shot. I'm like,
Yeah,
holy
he
shit.
one fight against Yair when
Yeah, I'm like,
Yair
yeah.
just lost against Volk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yair
about
is
that.
wild. I love watching that dude fight. Like, that guy kicks like nobody else in the sport.
Brother, if
They're like jabs.
brother, he can. If there's like a switch, bro. If he flips it, he's gonna be like way more. Like he's a scary dude already, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a switch that he just needs to flip it, and he's gonna start figuring out, and like it's gonna be problems.
He's
bro.
come
a lot of problems, bro. When I
a
fought
long
him,
way.
you know what's funny? Because when I fought him, I think that was the best year that anybody ever saw when we fought in the Apex. I think so. There's fighters that I feel like when you go in front of a crowd, they're not fighting to their full capacity, and then there's some fighters when you fight Apex where it's like in the gym, they just gonna shine, you know. And like Yair is like when we fought there, and I hit him with a couple shots, and before like you'd see him get hit a couple shots in different fights, and kind of like weather away and be like, oh yeah, whatever, and like the fight just kind of like get in there and then almost like gets finished because of the fight's not going his way or whatever, right? And I was hitting him with sun shots, and I was just thinking in there like, bro, just quit, bro. What are you doing? Like, why are we making this so much harder? You know, you're making this fight so hard. I had to take his ass down. I was like, what are we doing here, brother? Where the hell did this fucking superhero Yair come out of? You know, but
Well, you got to
he's a
remember,
beast, bro.
Yair, you go back to the Frankie Edgar fight, right? So Yair gets dominated by Frankie Edgar on the ground. And then you get Yair 2.0 after that. And is much better at takedown defense, really good at submitting guys off his back. It's just like more of these fights. And
Yeah.
he's still a young guy.
He's young, bro.
Yeah,
He's young.
Yair still hasn't reached his potential yet. But when it comes to kicks, that dude
He's
kicks
the best.
like nobody
Bro,
else in the sport.
he's the best kicker in the sport, I think. Like I
think
said,
so.
bro, nose to nose, brother. We're
Yeah,
like right
head
here.
kicks.
Pow! I was like, oh, whoa! I was like, what? Bro, there's a clip of me like he kicks through my hand. I was like, what the? I never see him too. I was like, this motherfucker's so fast.
Bro, he hit BJ Penn with a 360 roundhouse kick.
Brother, crazy, yeah, crazy, bro,
360 roundhouse kick on
Crazy.
a legend.
crazy, bro,
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like I said, bro, Yair, he's gonna be a problem, bro. There's one switch that he's gonna flip. It's gonna see, and I'm gonna.
And if you're a guy who likes to stay on the outside and you fight that guy,
Oh
like,
my
you gotta
God,
change
brother.
everything because those kicks are coming
His
from
kicks is like
angles.
jabs, like you said. Mm-hmm. You know, he got kicks. He got spinning shit.
Yeah.
He got hell elbows, bro. He got everything. He threw elbows stupid. It's so like even when I was fighting him, bro, like we knew he was gonna throw that stupid up elbow at places, and I get fucking caught by it. I'm like, what the like why? Why? I knew it was coming, and it hit me. I was like, bro, what is going on? This guy is just so freaking. He's out of the box.
It's
bro.
so dynamic.
He's out of the box,
And
bro.
you can't find a guy that's gonna spar like him.
Bro, nobody's wild because nobody's willing to take chances. Like it's good because when we was sparring for him, like I said, like we wouldn't really hit guys. Look at this guy,
He's a
bro.
fucking-
Look at this
Josh
guy.
Emmett. Yeah. Bro, those kicks.
Body kick.
And he does that too. That left kick and then that right overhand punch.
Yeah.
Bro, those kicks are coming from everywhere.
Look at this.
I mean, that left kick to the body and then that right hand behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh Emmett's a scary motherfucker, though. Oof. That knockout of
Bryce.
Bryce
That was
Mitchell.
crazy.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
That dude, he's got hammers for fists.
Oh
Oof.
yeah, bro. He's one of those guys. Yeah.
But he's one of them load up dudes.
Yeah.
Like everything's coming for death. Every shot's death. It's
Bro.
death.
Hey, yeah, I know. That's why. That's when him and Jeremy fought. The two hammer dudes, brother. When they meet, bro, they collided.
Bro,
You know.
that was a crazy fight. That
Yeah.
was a crazy fight.
Yeah, I saw somebody claim that. That's why I talk about Jeremy, because I saw somebody claim that Josh was like the hardest hitting 45er, and then Jeremy be like, "What? Someone say something." Jeremy's so funny. I love that dude, bro.
They went
Stevens
to
is the
war.
man, bro.
He's a bad man. Stevens had some crazy knockouts.
Bro,
this
crazy,
time.
bro.
Remember Rafael Dos Anjos?
Oh,
at
yeah.
55?
Yeah, crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Jeremy can crack. He's a wild dude. It's a crazy sport, man. I mean, there's really nothing like it in terms. I mean, I know I'm biased, but in terms of excitement, in terms of like when you go to, you want to be entertained.
Yeah.
Go watch some fights.
Oh, bro, for sure. You know, it's funny because like a lot of people, they can almost like put themselves in a fight because we all fought. It is in our DNA. Like we all fought some point in our life. Like even if it wasn't like a fight, like you fought your siblings, you fought your cousin. So everybody know that feeling. Like, oh, this is nuts. This is
Right.
crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like whoa, what the hell? So you have that feeling in you of like fighting. Like you to say that you didn't fight your cousin or even your friend. Like even if it was a little slap fight, or whatever, and you guys hugged it out after. Like you fought somebody at some moment in your life, and that's what draws it, and you can feel the emotion. And then when guys get into it, they're like, "Oh man, I would have did this, do that, do this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." What? Then you get into a fight, you see guys stop like this, like what? What the hell is all this stuff you talking about? You know?
Yeah,
But-
most people like grossly underestimate their abilities.
brother, but that's the game, you know, and that's
Yeah.
why everybody loves it because it's so entertaining. Because it's like, oh
Exactly.
my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but then it's like almost sometimes some guys are just like just false hoping themselves. I'm like, brother, don't do that.
Don't
you
do
know,
that. Don't
you know,
be
like
silly.
guys calling out like calling out Demetrius, and then calling out Mighty Mouse, and then they show that Mighty Mouse like rolled up that guy in his jiu-jitsu tournament. I'm like, brother. And even when we talk about this fake, like it's like, oh, in a street fight, when everybody's like in a street, like I'm whatever 300 pounds of strength, bro. In a street fight, I'll kick you right in the dick.
Yeah, what you talking
The
about?
first thing I'm doing, I'm going to kick you right in the baby maker. I'm gonna gouge your eyes.
Yeah.
I'll bite your ear off.
Yeah.
This is a street fight, bro. I'll have a gun. I'll shoot you. Who cares? I'm gonna win in a street fight. You know, like
Yeah.
no rules, brother. Like, come on,
The idea that if you give a guy no rules, all of a sudden it becomes lethal is so
brother.
ridiculous.
Oh my god. Why? What? What?
I was
You're not
just
gonna scare me.
Real angry when I would talk to karate guys, and they'd say, "Your stuff is good for sport, but what we do is for the street." I'd be like, "What are you talking about? Like that is the dumbest thing you could ever say. You're practicing street techniques? Is that what you're practicing?"
Did you not watch UFC 1 Karate Man?
But there's so many people that just want to. That's the beautiful thing about MMA as well, and all martial arts is that the training humbles you.
Oh yeah.
The reality of
Oh, yeah.
humbles you.
No, but you know what is the most hilarious ones is when it does it. Like you see these guys troll, they come and they get their ass kicked and they're back on. Oh yeah, I'll still kick your ass. That was just one day. You know, watch when I start training. I'm like, brother, but that wasn't it. The conversation was saying you could kill me now. You know, so
But that's just delusional.
it's just funny. Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot
Some
of
guys
people
is
that are delusional.
they need to do some study on their brains. Would be amazing.
Well, there's so many different kinds of mindsets that allow someone to get into fighting. But when they get to a championship level, like what I try to explain to people, did you understand the kind of human being that's capable of fighting the most skillful fighters in the world and rising above them all? Like, that's a rare person. Like
Yeah, that's
there's
insane.
a lot of things that had to fall into place to make a Max Holloway.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
For sure. Yeah, you know. And
But you're just like this peace-loving, like easygoing guy, real friendly.
Bro, I
and
love
people
it.
get confused.
Yeah,
they
that's
get
why-
confused. There's a monster inside that head.
You know what is funny? So, when we was training, this is a while back when we was training at our old gym. Some guys would come visit my head coach, Ryan Lazar's, and then he and I'm around like wrestlers, so these guys are like stacked, wrestler bodies. They're just stacked, big, small, whatever. And I'm just this little skinny kid, This is when I was starting my UFC career. I'm this skinny kid. If you look at the pictures, like no chest, having ass. I look like a dork. And next to this guy, I had some tattoos. And then they asked him, and he had asked him, he was like, if I told you you had to fight one of these guys, you had to fight any one of these guys to leave the gym, who would you fight? Who would you choose? And then the guy chose me. He's like, you chose wrong because that guy would kill you. He's like, all these other guys, you might have a chance because they might take you down and hold you down, maybe ground and pound you, but that guy is going to just straight kill you in any way he could find. So, yeah, looks can be deceiving, brother.
Yeah.
Looks like I said, I love harassing DC, but that guy looked like a bag of potatoes, brother, and he was a double champ and number 1 pound for pound in the world, brother. It's not looks, bro. It's a mindset, and it's what you gotta do.
Well, Fedor
too, yeah.
best
holy
example
shit.
of that. They always had a muffin top.
Brother.
Always
Brother.
just stood there.
He could probably make 205.
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy, bro.
He might be able to
Easy.
make 85. Fedor walked around about 235 pounds.
Yeah, 220. I
fat.
think so. One time he was like 230, 225.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fat. Never was ripped. Never was. Fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
Fucked everybody up.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy.
And then it was crazy how Dan Hendo did him like that. Like this is late, but like for Dan Hendo to do
Yeah.
that at
And
any point in their career is insane, bro.
I know. Insane.
Dan Hendo is a man, but he's a bad motherfucker, bro.
He's a bad
If he
motherfucker.
was around during the belt, he'd be one of the guys fighting for belts too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's a BMF, bro. Through and true.
Oh, 100%.
His logo, like how everybody's like, your logo's so good. His logo's so good, bro. That
Yeah,
flying
the
thing. I love Bisping, but bro,
I know.
that's iconic, bro.
It's iconic. And that knockout of Fedor was iconic too, because how is he fighting him at heavyweight? What are you doing?
Bro,
Why
I don't know.
are you fighting Fedor at heavyweight? Who the fuck?
He's a 185, bro.
And he KOs him.
Bro,
And he KOs
what
him.
an under punch, bro. Like,
Yeah.
boom,
Snuck
dead.
out the back door, escaped
Stop.
on the ground, and hit him with an uppercut.
Bro.
Boom. Yeah, he was a monster, man. Dan Henderson was a bad man.
Bro, bad man.
In the early days, I mean, he's a pioneer. I mean, that guy
He
was
is.
fighting in MMA in the 90s.
Brother, what 90? Because I was born in the 1.
Yeah, he was fighting MMA before you were born.
Brother, crazy.
And you guys were in the same era.
That's
is
insane.
crazy.
That's insane, yeah.
Crazy.
Holy, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah,
Holy
man, because
shit.
your era started when you were 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
And while you're fighting, Dan Henderson was the man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Still fighting, yeah.
Crazy. And he was fighting before you were even conceived.
Yeah.
Years
Or
before
even
you
thought
were
of,
conceived.
brother. I wasn't even a thought.
Not even a thought. You were in another dimension, waiting just any day now.
Yeah.
Come on,
When the
Pops.
hell am I gonna win this
Let's
race?
go.
Yeah.
And now here you are. Listen, man, it's beautiful for me as a fan of you and as a friend to see this renaissance and to see people just giving you your due. And that's that thing that happens when a guy loses a couple of fights. They
Yeah.
they sleep
They forget,
on him,
bro. They forget.
And we were talking about it during the walk. I'm like, Max is only 32 years old. You have to understand, he's in his prime right now. Like this is a guy who keeps getting better every time we see him. And they counted you out, man, and you came up big. As
You
big
had
as
to.
anybody ever
You had to
has.
do something, brother. I was just, I shout out to Dana Hunter. Shout out to Sean Shelby, bro. Behind the scenes, Sean Shelby know what he did for this fight. He's the man, bro. He's the man, and
Those guys are great. Him
bro,
and Nick are they're the best.
Yeah, I couldn't, bro. Yeah, just wrapping your head around, bro. Just to have that fight at UFC 300, bro. UFC 300 was huge all around. You know, as a big card, and then to get that finish, like a lot of people are saying, it's the movie type finish against Justin Gaethje, a guy who's supposed to, you said it best, outgun me, too big, too strong.
Yep.
Was supposed to fucking Tony 2.0 me, whatever the hell that means. I
How
don't know
much
what
of
that
a
means.
favorite was he at fight time?
Brother, when at fight time, he still was 2-1, I believe. He was like 2-1. I think so. It opened at like 260, and then I think so. He closed at like 230. I might be wrong, but then
Somewhere in that range.
people told me it was like still 2-1. So it was what it. I'm just happy, you know. A lot of my fans, they don't really get me as an underdog, so thank you for rocking with me for many years. There it is.
Well, it was the biggest challenge of your career, and it was the best performance. I mean, you were on point, man.
Thank you, brother.
The strategy, the movement, everything, that jump, spinning back kick. Because DC kept saying, like, this is a new skill. Like, the way he's landing
DC's
it.
not my friend, bro. He's not a real friend, bro. This motherfucker telling me the new skill. Dog, I've been throwing this from like my third UFC fight ever.
You have, but it was way better now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's way better now.
Yeah.
It's like it's like anything, right? Like it's going to get better. We kept practicing it, bro. Like you said, you know how devastating this kick is. That kick can change. Even if you land it on the liver, you're gonna, even if it doesn't hurt it's gonna, like, longevity. It's like, I like saying what Teddy Atlas say. You know, you put water in the basement, bro. If I land that good in your stomach, it doesn't feel nice, brother. And
Even if you look normal, you're hurting.
You know,
You're
it's
hurting.
and then I touch you there, it's just gonna shock your whole body, and it's going to hurt, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt. So that spinning back kick, brother, it's just, like I said, the video game, watching you bend the bag, brother. If you could put up that clip, bro, you was bending that bag, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, how? Like, this kick is strong as shit. Like, I was just thinking of, like, breaking people's spleens with it, you know?
Yeah, that was my best one.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
me now as an old man, though.
Yeah. The other one was a younger one, yeah.
But it's still, I
Look at
still
that.
know
Look
how
at
to
that,
do
brother.
it right.
Look at that. Yeah, look
The
at
thing
that bag.
about old people today, like, that's what's interesting about this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. Old people today have hormone replacement. Hormone replacement's a game changer.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
It's a different thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
A 57-year-old man today, like Mike Tyson, it's like, that's not a 57-year-old
Bro.
man from 1994.
Oh, this is the one, yes.
Oh, that's the 360. So the idea to explain that was that I forget who used to use that a lot. Oh, Kung Lee.
Boom, look at
Yeah.
this, bro. This is the clip I saw. Holy fuck. I was like, what the hell is Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan's on drugs. Bro, look at that. Look at your full extent. Look at the hip, bro. Look, pause it right when he's about to freaking land on the bag, bro. Look at the full extension, bro. You hit some. Yeah, look at that. Look. Oh my gosh.
That's where you get the
That's
maximum
technique,
amount
bro.
of power. Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's maximum amount of
Yeah.
power.
Heel facing them, your head looking at it, and you're landing with your heel.
And I'm looking over my right shoulder,
Yeah,
so everything's
yeah.
turned away, so I got full extension. I'm pushing
Okay.
off the back leg, kicking with the front leg.
Brother.
It's crazy power, and it's not utilized that much. Dennis Seaver used to have a good one.
Oh, Dempsey was really good. I liked him.
Yeah,
I
he had a
liked
real
him,
good
yeah.
one.
And then going back to what you're saying, brother, with the Mike Tyson, like, did you see the clips of him, like, moving, bro?
Yeah,
like,
he looks good.
bro.
And
Bro,
he's got months to prepare.
Bro, imagine he go in there and just
That would be
clips a guy,
crazy.
bro. What is going on?
He's going to be hell on wheels in the first round, for sure. He's going to be hell on wheels. You know, because I don't know how long he can go. I don't know what his joints feel like or his back feels like. I don't know what's really going on. When you're watching clips of a guy hitting the pads.
Yeah, let's hope he gets something crazy and then
Yeah.
he say his back is broken. That iconic speech. We get another iconic speech from him.
It's going to be interesting. And it's the only time I could ever remember where I would be interested in watching a 57-year-old man fight a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, like, even, bro, like, because everybody saw him walking around with the cane, right? He's walking around. What if he's trolling everybody? What if he knew, bro? What if he knew something we didn't know? What if he's wearing or seeing us all over, you know? But even that, bro, they had the new video of him moving. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this is not fair. What is he doing? Like,
They're going to
this-
do everything to him. They're going to give him all the hormones, all the recovery, everything. They're going to
Bro.
do everything they can to get him ready for that. There's a lot of money in this.
That's a lot of money, bro. It's gonna be,
Yeah.
and it's only an exhibition, right? It's not even
Yeah.
a real fight, right?
And they have 16-ounce gloves, and they have to fight 2 minutes.
Yeah, but you can still kill someone with 16
yeah.
if you're Mike Tyson.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, you know. I mean, even Paul, bro. Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like, a lot of guys think he's tiny. He's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can crack.
Yeah.
And I always say that people look at him like a guy who is a YouTuber, and they're denying his
not
skills.
anymore, bro. Before, when he first was coming out, that's the way you should look at him. But now, bro, he got like Love in his corner. Like, Love is his main trainer. What is it? John Love, or he's one of Floyd boys. Mm-hmm. That guy he was like a legit world champion at one point, so he knows the training that he has to be done. Like, before, I was like, yeah, whatever. But then when you see Paul dedicate himself and how he's training, getting ready for these guys, like, he's a businessman too. Don't get me wrong, but he's training, bro. He's
training
not freaking cutting no corners, bro.
No.
He got the right guys. He got a right team. Strength and conditioning, probably eating right, eating good, fighting on his terms, bro.
Yeah.
Like, guys
What
is
did
smart,
you think of Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou?
Oh, brother.
Crazy,
Man,
right?
It sucks. I thought if Anthony was gonna be able to, like, really shock the world, this was I was like, I'd give him Anthony Joshua first. I was thinking that, like, he could have Andy Ruiz Like Joshua is known for like kind of getting caught and he gets rocked. So like I always thought that Ngannou had the opportunity to be like, oh, you can probably strike him. You know, you can hurt him. You can probably hurt him with a hand.
Especially because nobody knew anything about Ngannou before the Tyson Fury
before the
fight.
Tyson fight. But I think so the Tyson fight shook up the world, and these guys, like, even like, what's his name? Joshua was saying like there was a gimmick fight, and he's the next guy.
Yeah.
How you call Ngannou a gimmick fight and you fight him next? And
Well,
and he trained, you know what I mean? Like you could tell, bro. He was like not like what he did to Tyson, brother. Like a lot of people, I thought he won, bro. When I was watching it, I was like, bro, this guy won.
I thought he won a decision.
He
Yeah.
won. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy's about to shake up the whole thing. But of course, it's boxing. They're, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, and when Francis went out there, he was saying that like he was tired, the time, whatever, right? Like the thing.
But Anthony Joshua looks
It's
so
nice,
good.
bro. He's so good, bro.
It's just a difference in skill.
Yeah.
You caught him with that right hand in the first round and rocked him. It's just a difference in skill level. Like Anthony Joshua is an Olympic gold medalist. He's
bro.
a elite
And you can
world
see. Look the feint. Look what he's doing. He's already even dropping his hand. You know.
He's also shooting that jab to the body.
Yeah.
And looking for Francis to counter with that left hook.
Yeah.
'Cause Francis leans back and throws that left hook a lot.
Yeah, he goes like this.
Yeah, and that's
all
what
the
he
time.
caught. And that's what he caught Tyson Fury with. Look at this.
Boom! Look!
right
He
hand.
leaned back there too.
Oh,
Look, he
yeah.
leaned straight back. Oh man,
Yeah, it was a big win.
bro, these guys are some big dudes.
Big
dog.
win for
Look
boxing.
how big they is. Yeah, big win for
Josh was
boxing.
so fast too.
Yeah.
He's so fast, and he matches him strength wise.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which is different than Tyson Fury.
Yeah, strength and speed. You know.
but much faster.
Yeah,
look at
but-
that right hand. Oh, my
right
God.
over.
That right hand over the top. He was fucked here. Now he gets up. He's in real trouble here.
Yeah.
And boom! I mean that right
He
hand.
never
was-
even moved, bro.
Oh
He didn't
my
even.
God.
He didn't even see it.
No, I mean that.
He
right,
did not even see it, brother. Holy.
He was already out here. Like he's.
But,
boom!
but
I mean,
but you
that
saw
right
how
hand.
that's set up because then he was doing the jab to the body, like you said, jab to the body, jab. So he just sat down and stuff kind of froze, going back like this. Got overhand, bro.
Perfect.
Beautiful
A
boxing, bro.
boxing exhibition, man.
Beautiful boxing,
You ever think you're gonna do any boxing matches?
brother. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I would love to. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say who, you know, but like I said, we got a lot of. It's not even worth calling out or doing anything because at the end of the day, I'm with the UFC.
Right.
And if the UFC don't see it making money, they're not gonna give it. And then all I'm gonna be one of these dumbasses on the internet calling out stupid fights for no reason. It's not
Right.
gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I would love, if you ask me, I would love to box, brother. I would love to. I have some boxing cousins that's coming up in the boxing world right now, or even a friend. He just fought on the 20th. He just won. JJ Benito, he's the man. And then my cousin them, they're coming up. They're fighting. My cousin them, and I would love to box. When I box with them, it's fun. It's having fun. I have great, and then to go in there and actually box someone to see the difference, I would love to see it. You know, I would love to do it.
Do you have like right now, like at 32 years old, do you have a timeline for the rest of your career? Do you have a thought?
I don't wanna fight till I'm 40 for sure. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I always thought like maybe 35, 36, we kind of look at it. It all depends of where I'm at in my career. You know, if I'm stood in the top 5 and you know, or even championship level, if I'm stood here, I'm doing what I'm doing here at 35, 36, maybe we squeeze out a little bit, but then I always tell you every time we talk, you know,
Yeah.
I want to retire the game. I don't want the game to retire my ass, brother. Because how much times we see, not only in our sports, but any sports, the greats, they just don't leave when they're supposed to leave, and it just kind of like, yeah, they have a great legacy, but it kind of hurts it at the
Yeah.
end. Like, even though you can talk about the great stuff that they did, it kind of hurts them. Like, oh, you kind of you overstayed your welcome,
Yep.
you know, and that's come. I got a bunch of other stuff, you know, that I'm trying to get into. Like I said, with this new brew drink that you're drinking, you know, I'm a co-owner of that. The streaming stuff, I love. I know you love gaming. I don't know if you've been gaming, but the streaming stuff, I love it now.
That's great.
And I love been playing games because at the end of the day, a lot of these guys that they identify themselves with their sport, And when they retire, they don't have nothing, so they come back anyway because they kind of lose themselves. They feel like, oh, this is my identity. So I'm trying to build these stuff so I have another venture. So as soon as we go, I can try and attack this. Like, I would love to stream when I'm older, you know, even freaking podcast or interview or do something. Like, these guys need to understand that they need something outside of their sport before they let go. You know, like Kobe was doing it right. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to him. But he did it right. You know, when he was getting rid of surfing, he started doing his podcast. He started doing all kind of other stuff. He started getting more in hand with his daughter's basketball. Like, he was doing stuff to make himself forget about what he did. And he was focusing on other stuff to make himself great in another way. So that's the main thing. You know, as long as I can compete at an elite level, you know, I don't want to be this guy that's just hanging on and everybody like, oh man, it would sadden me the day that I'm fucking walking out to a fight and Joe Rogan be like, yeah, Max did this, and this, but you know, he's a little bit older now. Like, I would be distraught. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't want fucking Joe Rogan talking my ass walking out of the fight like that, you know?
Retire on top, man. Retire on top. Listen, brother, it's been an amazing time as a person who loves the sport to watch you rise.
Thank you, brother.
It's been incredible. And to have seen you fight from the very first, from when
he
you were
was there
20
the whole
years
career,
old.
when
It's
I was a little baby.
Been incredible, man. And just congratulations on just the greatest knockout of all time.
Thank you,
epic
brother.
performance.
Thank
it was
you.
amazing. I can't wait to see you in there again.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Man.
Tell everybody how they can watch your streams, where they can find you, social media, all that shit.
Brother, Instagram, Twitter, or X now, @BlessMMA. And then I'm stream kick.com/Max Holloway. We stream Gamba. We stream first-person shooters. I'm an Apex Legend shooter, so come see me if you want to play.
Come see him. All right, beautiful. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.